Ben. 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 Ben!
Oh, right. Announcement time.
On November 7th, Ben, myself, as well as a few other close friends will be joining forces together, online through Discord. Not exactly a safe idea to be all gathered up now, is it? Anyway, Ben, you want to tell them this year's theme?
But of course, this year, we are celebrating Pac-Man's 40th anniversary with Pac-Man Fever.
And that's it. We're just going to be playing the Buckner and Garcia song for 24 hours straight.
No, we're not. We will be spending the whole event playing a bunch of Pac-Man games. Yes, there's more than just a classic arcade lineup, believe it or not. You have games like Pac-Man World, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures, Pac-Land, Pac-Attack.
2-pack?
No, John. No. As always, we'll be raising money for CHOP, the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, helping children in need, and in this year especially, they really need it. This year's major incentive prize will be a Pac-Man 40th Anniversary arcade machine. Look at this thing!
That thing is a beaut. I want one for myself, damn it.
It's a minimum $50 donation. It will be limited to North American residents only. I know, kind of a change of how we usually do things, but to make up for it, we will also be giving away a Nintendo Switch. A minimum $25 donation, and everyone's eligible for that.
You can live in Pac-Land and it will somehow get it to you. And as always, we're not alone for this adventure. You got myself, Ben, my uncle, and my family from SGB returning from some laughs, but we also got some guests, including, but not limited to, Chris Clark from the PJ Campbell Network, my co-hosts Nathan, Dan and Pat from Console Wars, The Pituation from WMMR, Tony Pearson, Dean DeFalco from Geek Aid, Kelly from Florida, the Mad Hatter from Radio Bucks, King K, and a bunch of others that they answer their voicemails. That's November 7th starting at noon EST and ending the next day at noon EST, and it's not in the middle of daylight savings time ending this year. Oh my god, this year is saved. And as before, it will be simulcast on YouTube and Twitch, covering both bases there. It's Pac-Man Fever for Extra Life's game day. Come on down and watch a yellow dude and his girlfriend gobble a whole bunch of balls.
I'm gonna miss hearing that song when we get back to doing things that aren't spooky, but it is Halloween, which means one last Scary Movie Squad. Welcome back to the PJ Campbell Network. I am, of course, your host with the most, PJ Campbell. Happy Halloween, guys. How are y'all? I hope you're all enjoying today's festive Hallows Eve. It has been quite the adventure getting here. We watched so many scary movies together over the last 2 months, and here we are ending it all. It feels unreal, and I couldn't do this without my partner in crime, Mr. Maxwell Haddad. Hello, my friend.
Hi. Hello. Bye.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, what's this? I'm splotchy. I'm not feeling great. I'm better than I was this morning. I'm going to do my very best to make it through this. I love these movies, so...
I think you're going to do great, and I am so happy to see you, my friend. But it looks like we have a party crasher. Do you see a party crasher down here?
I do, in the greatest costume of all time.
Look at this. Hi, Ellie.
Hello. I don't really fit, so we'll just do this.
I love this so much, and I know how much you love the arm wavy people, which makes this so much better.
Her favorite thing in the world is like when you're driving and you go past a used car lot and things like woo. So she literally got the costume, and it has a motor in it that like blows it up, and the dogs do not like the sound of the motor.
Oh, of course.
Ellie, why don't you stand up and like walk back in frame so everyone can see it in its full majesty?
Brandy loves this, by the way. She says it's amazing.
I don't know if she's listening.
Nah, she's got us muted, I think. I don't know what's happening. But You know what else I know, man?
But
We got some stuff coming up, don't we?
yeah, we sure do. I'll go through it. Why not?
Sure.
So first of all, if you didn't check out the Mandalorian edition of the PJCN Water Cooler Chat, that's our brand new show. Do check it out. I'm so sorry I had to miss it. I really wanted to talk about the episode. I'm just going to say two things real quick that I loved about it. Number one, the aspect ratio shift made me as excited as anything I've seen in a long time. And Timothy Oliphant looked sexy as hell. Otherwise, I'm sure Sean and PJ and Frank covered it all.
An hour and a half? Oh, we definitely did.
Tomorrow night, Sunday, we're doing the Unwind. I don't know what we're going to talk about, and that's the beauty of that show. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see how I'm feeling. But I'm sure a lot of the gang will be there, and that'll be real fun. Monday night.
Oh, I have it. Let me see.
So Monday night is the official start of Merry Movie Squad. So if you, as we kept saying, we're going to officially announce the full slate. So I think I'm going to do that. So Monday we're doing Batman Returns, which I think is great because it's sort of like the perfect bridge movie between Scary Movie Squad.
Jake.
What's up, Jake? By the way, our huge thanks to Jake for that awesome Twitter and salad design. It's up on our TeePublic shop. And full disclosure, we are splitting all proceeds on that shirt with Jake. So if you want to help us out, want to help Jake out, you like Chris Clark, you like the channel, buy that shirt. I know some of you already have. I'm certainly going to buy it, maybe even as a hoodie. It's hilarious, and I don't care if no one else gets it other than like the 30 or 40 people in on the joke. That's what makes it so delightful.
Yep.
But as I was saying, I think Batman Returns is the perfect bridge movie because it's spooky, but it's Christmas themed. And also we did Tim Burton this week, so it sort of like continues the Tim Burton. But why don't we reveal the full slate? We said we were going to do it on Halloween.
Well, we got two things we get to reveal, right? Let's go ahead and roll this first thing, and then we'll reveal the full line.
So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to reveal and I'll press play. The Merry Movie Squad credits that Chris Clark put together. If you loved the Scary Movie Squad credits, I think you're going to like this too. Roll the tape, Jim.
Well, that brought me much unbridled joy because I hadn't seen that yet. It's much
And what I love
than the original.
What I love about it too is it hints that even though it's Merry Movie Squad, we are certainly not going to stray away from our some of our spooky delight. So let's take a look at the full slate, shall we, guys?
Look at
you better believe because I got to get some Jew in there. All right, here we go. Batman Returns, Die Hard, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Night Before, a double feature of Trading Places and Coming to America. Is that right, Coming to America?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Elf, The Holiday, a quadruple feature of animated shorts, including the Rugrats Hanukkah special, The Grinch, Rudolph and Charlie Brown, Scrooged, A Muppet Christmas Carol, Rare Exports,
Do I need to put that in a shirt?
I can't, goddamn.
That would be Christmas Vacation. Right?
Yeah, I knew it was Christmas and I knew it was vacation for some reason. I'm operating at like limited capacity.
Right.
Christmas Vacation, which I love. I especially love Julia Louis-Dreyfus in it. A double feature of
No. Oh, yes, that one is. Sorry.
Gremlins and Krampus.
Yes, Gremlins and Krampus.
Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, and then on New Year's Day, a double feature of Home Alone and Home Alone 2. And if you look down at the bottom right here, you can see this like little pink music note. If you look up at all of the different films, if the film has a pink music note, that means that same week there will be a Suddenly Soundtracks episode also about that film. So there's one for Nightmare Before Christmas, there's one for Scrooge and Muppet Christmas Carol. And so I think that's a really fun little bit of
Me too.
Shall we call it, synergy between our different shows. I'm especially excited about the Rugrats Hanukkah and also the holiday, because the holiday is not really a Christmas movie. It's just a general holiday movie. It has some good Hanukkah Jewy scenes in there. So,
and of course, The Night Before as well which was one that I was like, if we were going to do something that's got a little more of that Jewish flavor, we had to get The Night Before.
That's a fun movie too. I wish there were more.
We tried. We really did.
Great Hanukkah movies. And I'll say this, PJ and I were talking, both of us were surprisingly enjoyed Hubie Halloween.
Yes.
And my pitch is that they should do a sequel called Hubie Hanukkah.
And I'd watch the shit out of it.
Putting it out there, if Adam Sandler's listening, please make Hubie Hanukkah. Okay, Monday night, Batman Returns, which you talked about. Tuesday, it's Election Day.
Yep.
Vote Smith Haddad. Oh, wait, that's 2024. Never mind. But we are doing the PJCN Safe Space. We're going to chill. We're going to play games. There'll be some Jackbox. I think we may continue on with our Pokemon adventures. We're going to play a fun little game where we all talk about our favorite fictional, both in film and television, presidents and politicians. So I'm sure we'll be talking about Air Force One, The West Wing, maybe Deep Impact, maybe
so many.
Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down. There's going to be so many. That's going to be a fun night. If you want to come to a place to feel safe, join us. We'll be checking in on the results ever so often and relaying them as they fold in. But our main impetus is just to have a good time.
And,
I know
Frank Janish will be joining us as well. He
awesome!
Today on The Mandalorian.
That's great. Frank's going to be here. I'm sure a lot of the gang will be here. I know there's a Suddenly Soundtracks this week. It's the special. Okay, I wanted to say one thing. So. My favorite thing about that commercial that we played at the beginning used to be about gobbling balls. But on this watch, my favorite thing is how it's like Jim from the Nerd Chronic, Chris Clark from the PJ Campbell Network, and then it's like Kelly from Florida.
That's my favorite. I noticed that today when I was doing the Mandalorian one. I was like, Kelly from Florida. How many Kellys exist in Florida? That
well,
is a thing?
I grew up in Florida and I knew like a dozen Kellys, but it's still, that makes me laugh. What's up, Briefism? All right, we have one other guest with us tonight, and Chris Clark's going to join us for the second film. He's taken a little nap because his sleep schedule is even worse than mine. Although I was up till 6:30 a.m. last night screwing around with PJ and Sully, two of my favorite people. But this is also one of my favorite people, and he's dressed as one of my favorite slasher killers of all time. It's not Jason Voorhees, it's Mama Voorhees.
Oh, look at that.
That is so great.
Get her, mommy.
I love the knife. Very Rambo, like, ooh, man, the dogs are even scared.
No one is safe.
Oh, is this... This is interesting.
Yeah, is that Mr. Evan DeGraff?
Did Evan log into our Facebook and to say hey? I think it's Evan DeGraff. What's up? I miss you too, buddy.
Yeah, we miss you too, dude.
I know you've been busy. I know you sort of took a break from the channel to do other things, school and stuff. I also know you have COVID, and I'm so glad that you recovered nicely. But let me just say, you're welcome back on the network anytime. If you want to pop in for a watch along or a Suddenly Soundtracks, whatever it is, you are more than welcome. We love you. We hope you're doing well.
And then Ellie would like Tim to know how much she likes the Pamela Voorhees.
It's so simple, but so good. The other thing is, if you wanted to, you could use that sweater to do a Ransom Chris Evans from Knives Out costume too. Ransom.
Yep. This was super easy costume because the sweater was like, I don't know, like $1 at like a Goodwill, and then this is a Luke Skywalker wig that I already had. So
and look, who doesn't have kitchen knives?
It doubles. And I already have a bunch of knives, so.
Also, I'm sure you saw I'm Mr. Potato Head. I have to say, this is by far the most comfortable costume because it's literally a onesie.
I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm so cozy. I didn't feel like I love your Beetlejuice costume, but I didn't feel like this year was the right year for me to do a spooky costume. So
No, I get it, man.
I went with Mr. Potato Head. It's soft. But look, we got 2 films to watch tonight.
Oh, thanks. Man.
I love Halloween so much, and I just, I haven't really felt in the Halloween spirit this year so much. It's been tough. But I really love both of these films, and I'm hoping that they'll get me in the spirit, and we'll have a good time watching them. If you haven't joined us before, welcome. Happy Halloween. If you have, you know how this goes. But we're going to start with Mike Dougherty's Trick or Treat. We're all at 0000000. PJ's going to count down from 5 and say go. We're going to press play on go, not on 5 or on 1. I don't know which direction you're going to count. Anyways, when he says go, press play. We'll watch Trick or Treat. We'll make some jokes about it. We'll be a little scared. It's a beautiful, beautiful Halloween film. I'd argue of any film ever made, it best captures the Halloween spirit. But we'll talk about that and more as we go. You ready, Peach? You ready, Tim?
I am
Ready.
100% ready, man.
You ready, chat? Let's do it.
Let's do this, guys. One last time for the Scary Movie Squad. Not really, as you guys saw, there's some horror stuff for Christmas time.
Look, and just because Halloween's over, when we're gonna keep doing watch-alongs and we're gonna throw some scary shit in there.
Of course. I mean, know?
This channel, we love horror movies.
Yeah.
I would say at least the 3 of us on this stream would probably, if like gun to head, what's your favorite genre of movies, would all pick horror. So
100%.
so
No doubt in my mind. But
all right.
I'm ready, guys. Let's do this one last time, as we always do. I'm going to count us down from 5. Well, actually, not one last time. We got another movie after this. But I'm going to count this down. As soon as I say go, hit play. Let's watch Trick or Fucking Treat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yes, Dipper was helping me, by the way. I don't know if you guys heard that.
I also want to say in 2018, Halloween Horror Nights had a trick-or-treat house, and it's one of my favorite houses of all time. I thought it was incredibly good.
Yeah.
This film got done dirty.
It really did.
It's really become a beloved cult classic, and the studios really messed with it. It barely played in theaters. It pretty much went straight to video.
It had a one-night in theaters run.
And I just don't get it. Like, I love this start here with black and white, and it's so good.
Yeah. It is the spookiest time of the year.
This little scene reminds me of Season of the Witch.
Yes, absolutely. I love that Superman costume, by the way. That WB synergy.
Yeah. So good.
It just really gets
you gotta love an anthology horror film for sure.
Yeah, and it has such an incredible cast. Like, this is not a straight to video cast.
No.
Like, you have Brian Cox, Anna Paquin. There's so many good people in this movie.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like Bryan Singer, we know he's clearly very problematic, but he produced the film.
Well, him and Mike Dougherty have worked together a lot.
Yeah.
And I know people don't love King of the Monsters that much, but I love it, and I thought Dougherty did a fantastic job with it, and I would love to see what he does next. Oh, that's Leslie Bibb.
Yes, it is.
She's in Iron Man. Oh, and that's Tammo Pennicott from Battlestar Galactica. I love him. He has such a great jawline. I love cheekbones.
They really do have just fantastic casting across
the
board.
See, I knew I liked Mike Kay.
See, he gets us.
And I'm also just gonna say, like, a lot of you guys know I've been sick. The main thing I've been sick with is nausea. Oh, yeah. So I am a little high because the we'll say the MJ really helps with the nausea. There's a reason they prescribe it for cancer patients and stuff. I'm on some new medicine for some stuff I have going on. It's not like life-threatening or anything, but it's kind of a big deal. And the side effects this week have just been very hard to deal with. So I'm hoping that my body will adjust and it won't be pervasive. So anyways,
yeah, you got this, bro.
Yeah, enough about me.
This whole opening is just so good, and it really, to me, captures all of what I love about that point season.
I think the set dressing in every aspect of this film is so great.
Yeah. Well, it captures that small town spooky feel, and that's what I like, is this movie's really about like folklore and stuff.
That's partly why I love Hocus Pocus so much also, because it has that small town spooky feel. And that's also kind of why I like TV Halloween.
Right.
Honestly.
Yeah. I thought it actually captured Salem in a very cool way. I'm not going to lie to you.
Nature special. Oh, we know what that is. That's porn.
Do it like we do on the Discovery Channel.
I loved that song. Was it the Bloodhound Gang?
Yeah.
Bloodhound Gang. Yep. The Bad Touch. I can sing that song for karaoke.
I know what tape it is. Good job. You want to know? Oh, you know.
That song used to be so funny to me when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
It's still funny. I'm not going to lie.
I still enjoy the Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah.
I'm a Bloodhound Gang.
That mask is so creepy.
It really is. And the thing I like is it really just sets up an eerie offset, right? Like, just right there, you're already like, someone's going to kill her, is the feeling you're getting. Because we've become so accustomed to the creepy dudes in the mask.
This year is weird for Halloween, obviously with COVID, but I saw some great photos of the Upper East Side and Upper West Side of New York today, where people on their stoops took like PVC pipe and had it at the top of the stairs. And so when kids came by, they put the candy and it like went down the chute so they could get the candy without having to get too close to other people. I thought that was so cool.
Oh, that's
I've heard a lot. Yeah, a coworker of mine, her husband bought like a cheap RC car, and he like fixed a bowl to it, and he's going to drive it down like to the end of the house anytime kids come up, and deliver candy via RC car.
Yeah. Oh, there's the tape.
Yeah.
Mike says, are there any Halloween-centric films that take place in a major metropolitan area? Seems like a lot take place in small towns. I mean, Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. I'd argue Halloween Town is a major metropolitan area.
Yeah, I mean, Poltergeist 3 specifically took place inside of an apartment complex.
I would love, like,
it was in
there's
Chicago
so many
too.
ideas for films. I don't know who's familiar with the usual, not this year obviously, but the Greenwich Village Halloween parade is usually like the most incredible thing. And I think it'd be so cool to set a slasher during the Greenwich Village Halloween parade, because it's normally so many people in costumes. If people were getting cut up, no one would even notice.
Well, and I mean, I don't know how much you guys know about the upcoming Evil Dead sequel, but the cool thing is, from what I understand, is it does take place in a city. It's not. I just
want everyone to know where I thought my head was bleeding, and then I realized it was a tuft of my dyed red hair.
Well, you know,
the way that her body sort of blends in with their lawn decoration is so cool.
Granny says this reminds her of the show Slasher on Netflix.
I like that show.
I have not seen that show.
I love, like, slashers are the best. I cannot wait to watch Freaky.
Freaky's gonna be good.
Drew McWeeny gave it like a incredibly positive review.
Drew McWeeny has been my favorite film critic since he was Moriarty at Ain't It Cool.
Me too. And it's weird to say he's also friends with me.
Yeah, I'm friendly with him too. I honestly I feel like he should take his Film Nerd 2.0 stuff and publish a book. I think those are like literally.
Oh my god, that shot!
So scary.
Mm.
And the cuts to the music, and I love these comic booky credits. It's so great.
Well, and what's great about that too is that there are 2 volumes of Trick or Treat comics that you can read that Mike Dougherty actually wrote.
He also directed Krampus, which we're going to be watching in a couple weeks. But I feel like, just to go back real quick, the Film Nerd 2.0 stuff, especially when the kids were younger, was like Pulitzer Prize worthy writing.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Sam is one of the great horror icons.
Yeah, I think he's up there with Freddy, Jason, Chucky,
Ghostface.
Ghostface, yeah. I was at New York Comic Con last year, and was it NECA or one of the other toy companies had their prototype for their Sam doll?
Probably
and I was like, can I buy this? And they're like, no, it's coming out in a couple months. And I was like, a couple months is December. I want it now. It's October.
Yeah, you're like, give me the Sam now.
I was going to wear my Trick or Treat shirt under this, but honestly, I'm not wearing it.
I almost put it on underneath this, but then I was like, do
you guys know who did the art for these credits? Because it's incredible.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
I'm sure it says it.
Yeah. I love how it's very Mission Impossible like, by the way, because all of this is kind of a glimpse at what's to come, and all the Mission Impossible films they're opening is glimpses of what's to happen in the movie.
I always love that in the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
I mean, they're also very, very creep show.
Yes, that too.
Okay.
We usually ask for more money for stuff like that.
All of a sudden, this is Gucciverse. Anything flies on Halloween, y'all.
This is true.
Oh, Mike Allred apparently did the art. Well, kudos to him. It's awesome art. Do you know, Mike, if he did the penciling and coloring for the actual comics as well? I also love how like the on-screen credits, like how it said earlier, is done in comic book style.
Yeah. Again, very Creepshow-like.
Yeah.
I really think we should do Creepshow next year for Scary Movie Squad.
We should do both of them.
Yeah. I love both very, very much.
One and two.
Well, that's said about that direct-to-video third film.
Thanks for the ride, lady. I started watching the animated Creepshow they put up on Shudder. That like
I forgot it's out. Shit.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the mood for it, so I only made it through like 10 minutes. But it's
thank you, Brandy.
Cool.
We do have a Streamlabs if you want to send us some cash.
You know what else we have? We didn't pimp it up front. I forgot to, but we got a Patreon.
We do. And also, you know, as much as we love it when you give money to us, it's more important now to give money to Kevin Smets. He has a GoFundMe, and as everyone knows, there's going to be a 24-hour stream coming up November 14th and 15th, and we are definitely going to be a part of that stream. You'll be seeing some of our faces on that stream.
Yeah. This kid, he's hilarious to me. That kid is just like, I must stare at the boobs, and I don't really blame him.
I would love a Trick or Treat sequel.
I know that Dougherty was working on one. They
I know.
announced it, and it just doesn't seem to have gone anywhere just yet.
There are lots of other good, like fun Halloween, like anthology films that are like super unknown. Like Tales from Halloween is pretty good.
I was just going to say that one.
And,
Tales from Halloween.
All of Halloween is okay. Is not bad.
One that I'm a big fan of is Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye is great.
So here we have Anna Paquin, who is one of my favorites. I had such a crush on her in X2.
Me too. I had a crush on her in this too.
And also, if you guys haven't seen the film Margaret by Kenneth Lonergan, it's fantastic. Another film that got done real dirty by the studio.
Yeah. Oh, another one, Tales from the Hood. If we're talking,
they just put out a third one of those.
Yeah, with Tony Todd.
Yeah.
They did a third one. The second one was not good.
I have not watched the third one, but I just saw it popped up like last week.
Yeah, the second one was real bad, but I'm gonna watch the third one because I like Tony Todd. So
is it also on Netflix or is it?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
That's funny.
yeah, it was another Universal direct-to-video.
I mean, Tony Todd's great. So
He is.
I watched Final Destination 5 last night too.
I
Final
love
Destination 5 is actually my favorite of the
It's
Final.
so good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good, man.
There's that one dude who's basically Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Yeah, The Friend.
And it honestly has one of... Okay, this kid is hilarious. He's also in Bad Santa.
Yeah.
yes.
But Final Destination 5 has one of my favorite twists.
Oh yeah, it's so good, man.
So good. I don't know what happened to this kid. He was in Bad Santa too, so I guess he's still around, but...
I know that they're working on a sequel to Final Destination right now, by the way.
Another
As
one.
far as I'm concerned, they can make as many of those as they want. There's only one of the 5 I don't like, and it's
Yeah,
that's
four. Four is bad. But yeah, the
We
rest,
all
the rest,
agree.
the rest
1,
of
2,
them are all
3,
fun.
and 5 are all super fun.
Yeah, they're all fun.
I love Dylan Baker in this so much.
Yeah, Dylan Baker he's one of my favorite actors. One of the big shames for me is that he never got to play Lizard
Yeah, in Spider-Man.
because he's so good in Spider-Man 2, and they're obviously setting it up. But he's also been a major guest star on The Good Wife and The Good Fight. And he plays such a creepy, smarmy character who's basically a serial killer, but keeps getting away with it.
Oh, wow.
I love him.
Well, he was also great in, of all movies, and it's very topical right now, is Head of State with Chris Rock.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun movie. Didn't he
Yeah.
direct that too, Chris Rock?
He did. And
I remember liking that movie. I haven't
Dylan
seen it
Baker,
since theaters, but
I rewatched it a couple weeks ago because I was feeling the need to be like, I need to feel decent about an election. So I put it on, and he's the guy who's helping him run the campaign.
That's a really fun movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. If you've never seen it, I really recommend it.
Which one is your favorite, Brandy?
Yeah. The girl who's the Bo Peep, I recognize her, I feel like. Is she in other things?
I'm not sure. I'll look it up. Hold on.
She could just be an actress who pops up in things too, because she could have one of those faces, but she looks familiar.
Excuse me.
You're always excused, my friend. Ah, hello, sir. You were bothered by dogs, and now you're back.
There was like a crash. I don't know what it was, but everything checks out. So,
Well, at least the house seems to be in one piece still. Reefism. Thank you for the Beetlejuice line. I like that. Yeah.
She's done, like, she was in the, no, she hasn't done much.
Okay.
She was in the straight-to-video Lost Boys: The Tribe.
That's where I know her from then, because I actually have that
was
movie.
Hot Party Girl #2 in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
who are you talking about?
The girl in the Bo Peep.
Her name is Monica Delane.
This is so fucked up right here. Holy shit.
What I love about this is how it plays into like some of the urban legends about Halloween.
Yes.
And Dylan Baker is so good at playing creepy without you necessarily immediately thinking is creepy. Yeah, I actually got into a little bit of a Twitter fight with Devin Sawa a couple years ago. Like a big spat, and a lot of his fans came after me, but then we made up and now we're good.
This whole thing is to
yeah,
your
watching
point,
a
very
kid
urban
grow
legend.
up is not really good for my what's going on with me right now.
Well, dude, it goes onto the camera too. Ugh.
I know. Kind of like The Mandalorian.
Brandy, you watched all three Lost Boys, so the second one's not good at all, but I really like that third one because Corey
I
Feldman.
haven't seen the third one. I need to watch it.
I keep seeing the sequels on HBO Max and like, should I? And then I haven't, but maybe I will.
I suggest at least watching the third. Like, it knows what it is, but
the way he opens up that lollipop and puts it in his mouth is so creepy.
Yes.
I know the CW was working on a Lost Boys TV show, which I think is a good idea for a TV show, but I think they made a pilot.
And reshooting the pilot with the new cast.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to get picked up because the CW has a pretty full slate now.
Yeah. But I really like that third one. It's like a very B-movie-esque, but it's fun as shit.
You know, the CW, much like Fox, only does shows at 8 and 9. They don't do at 10 o'clock. But either last year or the year before, for the first time ever, they added Sunday nights to their slate. They only used to be Monday through Friday. So they do have more slots now.
Right.
I'm super excited I'm a huge fan of the Nancy Drew Show. I think it's so fun. And the fact that they're doing a backdoor pilot for Tom Swift has me really excited.
Yeah. This whole thing, he opens the door in the blood.
They think it's a costume. The best time to get away with a brutal murder is Halloween because people think it's a costume.
Yeah. It's like that episode of The Office where they're like, "Happy Halloween," and Creed's all covered in blood, and he's like, "It's Halloween." That's really convenient.
Creed was one of the best characters on that show.
Yeah, he is. He's awesome.
I still surmise that Toby was the Scranton Strangler.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. Because he was all guilty about, the verdict and everything, sending an innocent man to...
Yeah, me too. I've only seen the first one. And speaking of Lost Boys, and I know I talk about this movie a lot, if you like Lost Boys and you haven't seen Near Dark, they came out the same year.
Yeah, Near Dark's awesome.
Near Dark's one of my favorite films ever. One of my favorite horror movies. Oh, Sam.
Bill Paxton. It might actually be my favorite Bill Paxton role, honestly.
He is incredible.
But he's so great, crazy, and crazy in that movie.
What is it? Lars Henriksen?
Yeah.
Lance Henriksen.
Lance, sorry. Like I said, he's so good in that.
Another Alien alumni.
And the main guy is Nathan from Heroes.
He was in Heroes. Pat starts with a P, his name.
He was also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. God, I can't remember his name.
Adrian something.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Pasadar,
yeah.
Yeah. But also, the score by Tangerine Dream is like 80s synth perfection.
Yeah, Tangerine Dream did a lot of good stuff in the 80s because they also did the Legend soundtrack, which is awesome.
I love
And
synth scores.
I want to really reiterate, as far as Lost Boys 3 goes, go in knowing it was a direct-to-video film, WB Premiere, or whatever this direct-to-video brand did it. But the cool thing was Feldman got to be the lead of it again a bunch of years later, and it had a great post-credit scene that had Corey Haim as well. But
Corey Feldman is a fascinating individual.
yes, he is.
I'm a big Corey Haim fan in terms of the Coreys.
Yeah. His death was sad.
It was. It was.
I love sad. Silver Bullet and I love Lost Boys.
Yeah, Silver Bullet's really good. This kid is familiar. What else is he in?
He is familiar.
I'm gonna look it up.
This is so how kids act, by the way, though.
Oh, totally. Charlie Brown's ass.
That's right. Thank you, Mike. Warner Premiere. The other thing I like right here is you'll see something that's set up for later in the movie too, which
He actually hasn't done that much. He was on an episode of Supernatural, an episode of Smallville.
Yeah.
Who, that kid?
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I...
It's funny. That's the second person in this we've watched where I've also been like, I recognize this person.
I mean, I've seen every episode of Smallville, so maybe it was that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He fucking gives the dog a finger. That's so jacked up.
That dog kind of looks like Frankenweenie from the live action.
Yeah, not wrong.
And here we have Brian Cox, who I think is one of the great actors. If you don't watch Succession, it's like my favorite show on the air right now, other than Schitt's Creek, both of which
Succession is awesome.
Just won the Emmys. The writing on Succession makes me unbelievably happy with how acerbic and witty it is.
Succession's like a show. It's funny because when I read about it, I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this show. I don't see anything appealing about it. And then I watched it and it sucked me in from the very beginning.
They're all awful people, but there's some certain schadenfreude and delight in watching how awful they are. And the performances are,
yeah.
But Brian Cox is great.
Brian Cox is great in this. I love this whole exchange, by the way. I think that it's just so good.
I mean, Brian Cox is great in X2. He's been in so much.
Briefism, I would love to see another season of Millennium as well.
That show was great. Wasn't that from the same people that did X-Files?
It was, and when it got canceled, they did a backdoor series finale in X-Files. So, I need to watch it too, Mike, but Steven is a big fan.
Succession is on a list of things I've been begging PJ to watch for a year that he hasn't watched yet because he hates me.
No, yeah, that's it. I hate you, clearly.
You heard it here, guys. PJ hates me.
I love you more than I love most people. I love you more than my own mother.
Whoa. That's intense.
Gotta be honest, right?
It's got a date with the Widow Johnson.
I don't want to say anything for anyone who hasn't seen this before, but if we did a sequel, I would love to see what happened with this kid. That's all I'm saying.
Oh. The way he keeps interrupting this guy's murder.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to kill this kid. Shut up, Billy. Oh, gnomes are creepy. I know, Mike. I've been following your Hannibal journey, and Kristen is absolutely right.
Dude, Hannibal's the best.
Well, setting it at Christmas is interesting, but that's kind of what Krampus is.
I think that was the point of Krampus, is that he was getting tired of waiting on doing Trick or Treat 2. It's the same studio. Legendary also did it. So
and went to theaters, and it's real good. There was also a good Horror Nights house for it. But by the way, Fright Rags is putting out a Krampus line next week.
Which I'm
definitely going to get a shirt, but they're also putting out a Krampus activity book, and your boy loves a good activity book, so I'm excited to get that.
I think they've had a Krampus line before, I think, too.
Yeah, this is a new line.
If you guys don't know Fright Rags, you got to check them out. They have so much amazing merch.
I mean, that's pretty much my entire wardrobe. Is that
I would say
cavity
at
color.
least 1/3 now of my wardrobe is cavity colors and fright rags, and I blame you.
Yeah, it's definitely my
I
fault.
mean,
And I blame
you
Tim.
can blame me. I'm the cause of it all.
Oh, okay. Well, when I see you, Tim, I'm going to give you an invoice.
Tim set me on my path. Mike Krampus does.
I am so excited, though, that I was able to get the Haddonfield varsity jacket that they put out.
That's sweet. That jacket.
I was able to get one when they re-released it last week. It's so cool. Maybe I'll grab it and put it over this for Halloween.
Did you already get it? It came in.
Yeah, it came in real fast. I thought it would, but I washed it. It's here, so maybe I'll change out of this and throw it on at the break.
I'm still
I didn't
waiting
get the
on
hat, but
I'm waiting on my Halloween 4 shirt to get here still.
I'm picky on hats. I think that one.
it
I'm trying to
well,
remember. I think that one was a snapback, which I'm okay with, but I don't like the like adjustable straps, like the.
Yeah, I don't mind that. To me, the material looked like it'd be heavy, and hats make me warm.
Yeah.
So
it looked like it just make me sweat more.
This build is incredible, by the way. I love how they do this, and you're so convinced that he's clearly about to kill another child.
Yep. But that's his kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the kid's so annoying, you think he's going to do it.
Dylan Baker sells it so well.
Yeah.
And then it goes, oh my God, he killed that kid. Oh my God, Halloween.
That sigh that he lets out.
The sheer relief. And then you see the blood and you're like, wait, what? He killed his son?
That's so fucked up.
Twisty.
That's so, like, what the fuck, man?
Oh my God, so fucked up.
And that's why I said I would love to see if they do the second one, I'd love to see what happened to this kid.
I mean,
Did he become a serial killer as well?
it's pretty obvious.
I mean, almost definitively.
Yeah.
Briefism says that his introduction to Brian Cox was the Glimmer Man. I am 95% sure mine was X2.
I think my introduction to Brian Cox was Manhunter.
That makes sense, actually.
Which is fantastic. If you like Hannibal Lecter, it's kind of, because Anthony Hopkins was so good in Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon, I like too, but Manhunter, man, is so good.
Mine probably was Braveheart.
I've never seen Braveheart, and I never will.
Trying to think if there's anything else. I know I've seen The Glimmer Man, but I don't know if I saw it back when it came out. And Braveheart was 95, which was the year before The Glimmer Man. So
yeah. If you like Brian Cox, his episode of What the Fuck with Mark Maron is one of my favorites. He has so many great stories about all the other great British actors he's worked with.
Yeah.
His Shakespearean work.
he was also on. I think John Roca had him on.
Oh, really?
Revelation.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
think John Roca definitely interviewed him. I remember early on. It was a good interview.
Oh
too.
yeah, adaptation is so great.
I love adaptation.
I think Shout Factory just put out a new release of that?
They did.
Because I have the original Blu-ray, and I was like, should I? I haven't, but maybe I will.
I actually got Kino Larber just put out 2 Mules for Sister Sarah.
Oh, cool.
Which I was super excited about. They've been doing a Clint Eastwood line, so picking up a couple. I think I'm going to go on a Clint Eastwood rabbit hole here soon.
I hate that word so much.
Well, and that what I like is that they kind of downplay it in this, rightfully so. It's like this movie was a little ahead in doing that.
Yeah.
If you will.
Clint Eastwood has made some great films and some ones that you watch and you're like, what happened here? Like J. Edgar.
He's still one of the most efficient filmmakers of all time, though.
I saw someone tweet today because the Oscar deadline is pushed back to February this year, that between now and then he could shoot, edit, score, and release a film by February that wins Best Picture.
Yeah. Well, he already finished one, didn't he? Like right as COVID.
Yes, he was on Deadwood. Absolutely.
I have to look now. I want to say Eastwood may have already shot something too. Let me look.
Yeah, Being John Malkovich is great, but my favorite Spike Jonze film is Her, which I think is incredibly good, and also Where the Wild Things Are. But I love
all his appearances in the Jackass movies.
Well, I love when Spike Jonze appears in things like randomly he plays a character in Moneyball.
Yeah,
He plays Brad Pitt's ex-wife's new boyfriend, and you're like, why is this Spike Jonze? But he's perfect.
He's also the first, like, the guy that Leo DiCaprio learns about penny stocks in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, he is. He's a good actor.
Oh, that's what it was. He signed on to do a movie on October 2nd.
Right. So that was the joke, is he could finish it and release it in time.
Cry Macho, which he's going to star and direct.
You do, Mike. I think the writing and dialogue in Deadwood is some of the best ever in television.
It's very Shakespearean.
Very Shakespearean, but with a lot of curse words, especially the amount of times they say cocksucker. Ian McShane on that show and Timothy Olyphant are incredible. And
Calamity Jane's great, too.
Yeah, I mean, the whole cast. W. Earl Brown, Titus Welliver, Powers Booth, may he rest in peace.
Yep. I was glad that they got to do the movie last year.
Yeah, the movie was fantastic. They really... That mask is creepy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So creepy. And this feels like small town terror, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes, because it's the 4th of July parade.
Yeah. Very similar vibe and aesthetic.
Correct. He does not.
Right. And a lot of actors actually prefer that because they like that Clint lets them do what he does.
Tom Hanks was on the Graham Norton show, which is maybe my favorite talk show. It's British, talking about working with him on Sully, which is a real good film if you haven't seen it. And the stories he told about working with Clint are great.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot to bring this up. I was going to bring it up. We did lose the great Sean Connery today. I posted a very Sean Connery was a huge part of my upbringing. I think he was for all three of us, arguably. Yeah. We all grew up with him very specifically on movies and things.
I mean, of course, everyone's going to go to James Bond, but for me, he's Indy's dad.
Right. Or for me, it was The Rock.
The Rock, which is basically a James Bond movie.
Indy's dad. And also another one that I love him for is Draco the Dragon in Dragonheart.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Dragonheart is great. Who stars with him in that? Dennis Quaid. I wasn't sure if it was Kevin Costner
in it. And,
what's up, Brandon?
What
are you what in the hell in, bro?
David Thewlis, a young David Thewlis as the villain.
Speaking of David Thewlis, if you haven't seen Mike Leigh's film Naked, David Thewlis is incredible. It's on Criterion. It's one of my favorite performances.
Mike, yes, absolutely fucking Highlander. I love Highlander. These guys know how much I love Highlander.
Did you ever watch The Old Guard, PJ?
Yeah.
That was very Highlander.
Yeah, remember when you told me that was part of what pushed me to watch it. Did you yelled at me being Beetlejuice? Like in good or bad? I need to know. Hey, Brian, what are you thinking? Brandon, come on now. I'm your bioexorcist.
I think what happens with the kids is the most fucked up part of this movie.
This movie leans heavy on the kids, by the way.
Yeah.
And child terror.
And I saw Daryl Hammond today posted a very nice tweet or whatever about Sean Connery.
Yeah. Those are some of my favorite SNL sketches.
The Rock is still, to this day, Michael Bay's high watermark for me.
Me too.
I think it's before he went too far up his own ass. It's a legitimately great action movie. And it has Ed Harris, who, as we all know, is
PLD's
favorite of our very good friend, PLD.
I'm BCD. I saw your tweet. I'm really glad you're going to give The Rock a chance, by the way. I think the movie is super fantastic.
You know what? I've decided in January or February we're doing a watch-along of The Rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should do a Sean Connery
Remembrance
in January or February.
Yep. I'd do it for my birthday. That's fine. Let's do it. But I'll say this: one of the first things I ever wrote when for the little bit that Whiz Pop came back, Wizards. If you guys remember Wizard Magazine, we brought it back at one point, and I was one of the writers that was on the online side. And
I don't mean to interrupt you, but the shift in color grading and so it's sort of sepia tone now, and this flashback is maybe my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah. This is fucking incredible. I love everything about this. And the costumes are...
Yeah, the costumes are so creepy. They in the Horror Nights house, they had the full bus with all the costumes. It was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. But one of the things I wrote when I was there was I got to write an article about...
Yeah, I think The Untouchables was his only Oscar.
Yep, it was. The fact that that was the one that he won for is crazy to me too.
He's great in it. I mean,
He's amazing in it. But there's so many great performances in his career. Is all.
And if you haven't seen the Hitchcock film Marnie,
yes, he's excellent in it.
He is great in that movie, and the fact that Sean Connery got to work with Hitchcock makes me so happy.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Yep, Darby O'Gill.
I didn't realize this. He was Golden Globe nominated for Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
He also, of course, worked with Sidney Lumet a couple of times with Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, you know what else he's great in is Hunt for Red October.
Yep. Entrapment.
Oh my God, I love Entrapment so much.
And of course, as I've talked about in the past, only Sean Connery could punch the director in the face.
We absolutely will do that, BCD.
Yeah. We've done Raiders, so it only makes sense.
Yeah.
Sean Connery is the only person I know who could punch a filmmaker in Hollywood. We love him, and he walked away and never came back.
I mean, Sean Connery was not a great human being.
No, not at all.
Problematic.
Super problematic, especially his thoughts on beating women.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's a screen legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do... we won't do a Bond because I think we're going to do a whole Bond series at some point, but we should do Untouchables, The Rock.
I'd be down to do Last Crusade.
Indiana Jones, and maybe...
I do Hunt for October or Dragonheart, one of the two.
Or Entrapment even, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many choices. Or Marnie.
Yeah, or The Man Who Would Be King, which is excellent.
Or, you know, he's in First
League
Night
of
also,
Extraordinary
right?
Gentlemen.
League. I love League.
He's in First Night, right?
Yes.
First Night is real fun. I just got that on Blu-ray last week.
Isn't he King Arthur in that?
Yeah.
First Night is a really, really fun movie.
It is fun. I always remember, always love the scene where, because they have that like thing they have to like go through, like that little, I think
oh God, this is so fucked up. The fact that they're like locked in and the bus, this creeps me out, man.
Gives them candy.
He was also Robin Hood alongside Audrey Hepburn.
Yep.
And doesn't he show up in Prince of Thieves?
Yep.
Yep. He's King Richard.
Yeah.
What a career.
I always have to pause for a moment because I'm always like, wait, because I'm like, which one is Richard? Is it Picard or Connery? Because they both play Richard, but one of them is in Men in Tights and one is in Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, and those both came out around the same time.
Yeah, I always have to take a minute. I always have to take a minute and be like, okay, which one's in which one? Because honestly, they could be. You can switch them out. Honestly,
yeah.
Either could be in either one.
Prince of Thieves is great, almost exclusively because of Alan Rickman.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is Sean Connery.
This is so messed up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Sean Connery also had quite that shot, by the way, how it sits is,
and then the way the camera sort of dollies towards the, what are we going to call this?
Quarry.
Quarry. Yeah. Thank you.
Quarry, yeah.
And then it tilts down. Such a great shot.
Mike Dougherty, man.
He's a talented guy.
I also say though, as far as Connery goes, like the dude just did so many things. He also had a lot of misses or near misses of things he would have been in, like Lord of the Rings. He was almost The Matrix and Skyfall.
I wish that had happened.
Me too.
But Mike Dougherty also wrote X2. He wrote Superman Returns. He wrote the story for X-Men Apocalypse, which, Yeah. And he wrote Urban Legends Bloody Mary, which was the third one?
Yes. I didn't realize he wrote that.
Yeah.
Not a good movie.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, he co-wrote that with someone else. So creepy, this scene.
Then again, it actually makes sense that he would have written that because he did this, and this is very urban legend-like, right?
It is, yeah. I love the first Urban Legend a lot.
I like the second one too.
Yeah, it's pretty good, and it was the directorial debut of John Ottman, who, in my opinion, disgustingly won an editing Oscar for Bohemian Rhapsody. Yep. He's also a fantastic composer.
Fantastic.
His Superman Returns score, especially the track, God, can't remember what it's called, but about getting healed by the sun is beautiful.
I want to get Mike on anything we do as far as Bond is concerned. I'd love to have him on at least one.
Yeah, and Bibbs for Hunt for Red October would be great too.
would be good to have the second most knowledgeable Bond person
So
on.
good. Yep, exactly.
Tim just threw some epic shade, and I'm here for it.
I hope someone clips that out and sends it to Mike later.
I agree. I don't think it would have been as distracting at all. I think it would have been great. And I loved Albert Finney in that movie, but having Sean Connery in that role would have been...
Well, it's funny, too, because Albert Finney, of course, is in Murder on the Orient Express with Sean Connery, so they got someone else.
I can't disagree with this. I would still choose Raiders, but it's very close for me.
Yeah, I still choose Raiders similarly, but it's very, very close. Rising Sun is great. Also, the Presidio with him and what's his name from NCIS and Meg Ryan.
She's such a mean girl. I hate her.
Yeah. She's what happens pre-Mean Girls, yes. What was that, Tim? Sorry.
I was just going to say back on the Albert Finney thing. I like Albert Finney. I prefer Albert Finney in that role as it is. If they would have had Sean Connery, what I would have preferred, and it's kind of silly, but what I would have preferred was I would have preferred Skyfall to be like a retired place for like retired double O's. And then you could have had all the Bonds there just like hanging out or like taking care of the place.
I would have lost.
It would have been kind of silly, but it would have been funny.
I'm not sure who this is, but happy Halloween, Ghostface.
What's up, Ghostface? We're happy to see you.
You're my favorite movie serial killer. Keep that body count up.
We can't wait for Scream 5.
Cannot wait to see you next year.
You,
Ooh. Who are you, Ghostface? That's a lot of movies in one day. Halloween 3 is awesome. Yeah, Brandy. Awesome. She's so mean. I hate her so much. Ugh. I had
this shot freaks me out.
Anna Paquin in X2 wallpaper on my laptop when that came out for like a year.
I can appreciate that.
Didn't John Altman also compose X2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that X-Men theme was one of my favorites. What's up, Jeremy?
I think Jeremy might be saying he was Ghostface.
Oh.
Michael Myers.
And then when they brought it back in Days of Future Past, I was so happy because I love that theme.
Love that. Ooh, Medicine Man. Yeah, he's great in everything he was in. Connery never phoned in a performance. Even League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, I think he's great as Alan Quartermain. The movie's kind of a mess, but I like it.
The movie is a mess, and it's very, very dissimilar from the comics, but I still think it's a fun movie.
I agree. I have a big soft spot for it. So, especially now that knowing it's Connery's last movie ever, I'm always going to appreciate it that much more.
My favorite is he was like, I didn't understand The Matrix, so I turned it down. I didn't understand The Lord of the Rings, so I turned it down. I didn't understand League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but because I passed on those two, I took it.
Yeah. And then I punched the director.
Which, okay.
Ghostface says that they're John Carpenter now.
Oh, you know my favorite thing about this costume is?
What? That's awesome.
Well, you need to be able to unzip it.
Yeah.
This is so fucked. These kids. Oh, poor kids.
This is such a creepy... I love this shot, by the way. You hear the screaming, then there's jack-o'-lanterns out there. The light goes out. There's a build of dread. There's so much child endangerment. This is almost an Amblin film. There's so much child endangerment in it.
Ha 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 to you too, Ghostface.
We're happy to see you, Ghostface.
I particularly hope you're Matthew Lillard, Ghostface, because my parents are going to be so mad at me.
I told you I showed my mom the first two, right?
No.
Yeah, my mom watched the first two Screams and loved them and can't wait to watch 3 and 4.
By the way, I've had a thing for Timothy Olyphant since Scream 2, and now to see the internet finally coming around on him in the Mando is great.
I can't believe it took him that long because, dude's always been real good.
In my opinion, he's been like a cult figure for a long time. Like the people who love him and know his work. But
yeah,
I said this the other day. If he was alive in the 50s, I think he would have been the biggest Western movie star alive, which is why I think his casting in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is so brilliant.
Yep, agreed. This whole sequence, dude.
I also like Scream movie very much. I also like Scream TV show.
I love that first season.
Yeah, the first season is real good. The second season is okay. And then that little movie they did on the island was fine, but season 3 was no.
The less we talk about that, the better.
Yeah, there's a reason they dumped it over 2 nights.
Yeah.
But Bex Taylor Klaus was so good. She was like the heart of that show.
She followed me on Twitter for a little while.
Me too. Awesome. But I don't know if she's on Twitter anymore.
I don't think she is.
She was also on Arrow and Hellfest, which is fun.
Dude, Hellfest, underappreciated that movie. That ending.
This shot with the bus and then the stuff floating.
Well, and the thing I like about this bus thing is it really plays into the urban legend style of you see thing, so you make up a story of said thing, right? And you give it the grisliest possible thing like that you can.
I like the Tim Curry miniseries very much. I think It Chapter 1 is pretty close to a masterpiece. I think It Chapter 2 is pretty good but makes some mistakes. But I still like it. And I legitimately think Bill Hader should have been in the Oscar conversation for it. I thought he was brilliant.
Whereas I think that 2 is almost a masterpiece, and I really like the first as well.
That's fair.
And you know that. It's just because he goes full king, which we never see.
The opening troubles me a little.
Which is more than fair, by the way.
I do like that it's Xavier Dolan. Oh, this is so scary. Chris Clark definitely would have screamed.
I'm a little sad he missed it, to be honest.
I know, because I don't think he's seen this before either.
He hasn't.
No. Halloween 2018 will get him, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Halloween 2018 is going to kill him.
I love the makeup work. I love the costuming.
Ooh, that's a good call, Mike. Dougherty doing an Amblin film. Was Krampus Amblin? I compared it to an Amblin film when I saw it. I'm going to look now. I can't remember.
This score is so good.
It's fantastic.
Oh, I want to say this guy Douglas Pipes also did the score for Monster House, which we should have done for one of our Mondays because Monster House is great.
We almost did. Remember, we couldn't find it streaming, but we almost did. It was only Legendary Exam. For whatever reason, I thought Amblin might have been involved because it really does feel like an Amblin film.
Who bought Legendary? Universal?
Yes. Ghostface, what's your favorite scary movie? Nightmare on Elm Street? Jeremy, are you talking to yourself in the chat right now?
I don't think it's him.
I don't think so either.
I like Nightmare on Elm Street.
I do too.
And I like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah, he is in that movie. My favorite one is New Nightmare.
My favorite is still the original, and then I would probably put
Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors is pretty great too.
And then I would probably put New Nightmare because I really like Dream Warriors is really awesome. It has my favorite kill in the entire franchise.
I did love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think it's great, and every time I watch it, I appreciate it more. And I think it really shows a maturation of Tarantino as an artist. But I agree that like seeing Pacino and all of these guys together, and Luke Perry in his last movie role, I think.
It is my favorite Tarantino film.
It's not mine, but I do enjoy it, but I didn't love it like everyone else did. I need to watch it again.
I have fallen in love with it more and more as
I got to see it in 70 millimeter, which is an incredible experience.
Me too.
Yeah, the Loft had it in 70 millimeter, but I didn't get a chance to see it.
Anytime a movie plays in 70 millimeter, I'll go. I even saw Kenneth Branagh's Murder on the Orient Express in 70 millimeter with my dad, which is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, it looked great. That's a movie I've come around on too. The first time I saw it, I was like, it's okay. And now I really like it, and I'm excited for the next one. And the mustache, like I hope he makes like 4 of them, and every time the mustache just gets more ridiculous.
Yeah. The Girl Next Door was Stevens.
Oh my God, he is so good in that. And if you have not seen Doug Liman's Go, have you seen Doug Liman's Go is awesome.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with
you. Have you not seen this before, Mike?
Is Claire Danes in that?
The lead is Sarah Polley.
Oh, Sarah Polley, that's who it is, yeah.
And it has a real great ensemble cast. I love that movie.
Ghostface wants to know, Pam, do you like Get Out?
Who's Pam?
Pam Voorhees down here.
Oh.
Me.
My bad.
So, unfortunately, I passed away in the year 1980. So I haven't actually seen it, but I feel like I'd probably enjoy it.
I do have to say, though, it touches my heart that your son got revenge for your untimely death.
He did. He got revenge and then some.
And then some.
He fucking went to New York and killed people too.
He went to New York. He went to space.
I like
He
that
went-
movie.
he went
But it
to
should
hell.
be called Jason Takes a Cruise.
Yeah.
Jason takes a boat.
Yeah, go. Steven says go. Would actually be his.
Go is so underappreciated, and so many people haven't seen it. And I highly like. It's one of those movies where people are like, "What's something I should see that I've never seen?" And it's Go.
Yeah,
And
go
the
is
real-
fantastic.
The real kid zombies.
Oh, awesome! I hope you're enjoying it, Mike.
I hope everyone's enjoying it as we, as always, kind of careen off of our.
Mike, once COVID is over and the Village East cinema reopens, we'll go see something in 70mm together.
Can I come?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not everybody has access to it, unfortunately. And we're lucky that we have a place.
Well,
here in
I know
Utah that-
for
Yeah, we do. The Loft Cinema, baby.
for Dunkirk, I want to say Nolan helped a lot more theaters get 70mm projectors.
Yeah, I saw Dunkirk in 70mm. It was.
I
Fantastic.
saw it in IMAX.
I saw.
do like
Joker, and Joker was in 70mm too.
It
wasn't
was,
it?
yeah. I saw
We-
Joker at New York Film Festival, and I said, if I like it, I'll go back and see it in 70mm. But boy, oh boy, did I not like it.
So
I saw it in. We saw it in 70mm, and I'll be honest. I mean, the movie looks great. Obviously, it's a great
but
shot.
the movie's not
It's a
good.
wonderful
Yeah,
shot movie, but I don't care for the movie.
I
that much.
agree. I think the first Wrong Turn is legitimately very good, and then the sequels are.
I haven't seen the sequels, but I do
They're
like
not
the first one a lot.
The first one is really good, like hillbilly slasher, and Elijah
This
Dushku
shot
is
right
great.
here, by the way, of her coming up here with the is so
Okay.
good.
So effective.
Elijah
Her
Dushku.
face too.
See, every time I watch this, I'm like, why didn't this play theater? Makes me angry.
This movie deserved better, you guys.
Well,
100%.
people have come around on it. People love it now.
Yeah, it's
Right.
It's definitely a cult hit.
That
Yeah.
shot of Sam, by the way, too, as the spirit of Halloween, and he's like protecting her, and just I love it so much.
Yeah, Sam is great. The design of Sam is
Brilliant.
so good.
And you love, like, he's there because the thing I like about Sam, and we'll kind of get to it at the end as we talk about it as like an overall, but the thing I like about Sam is he's literally the embodiment of the fall Halloween time, and he's protecting the sanctity of Halloween in his own way. Like, that's literally his whole being, is to protect Halloween. She did leave them, Brandy, as she should. Hostel, the first one is good.
I think the second one is better.
The second one is good. The first one is. I get them mixed up.
I like
didn't-
the first. I like the first two. The third one's not good, but I like.
Well,
The second one does some subversive things that I think is really cool.
yeah. Bubble gum.
What's it going to take for Brandy to watch Cats? It's going to be us putting on a watch along, and Brandy will probably be.
Skimble Shanks the Railway Cat.
Yeah, Cats is happening. It's going to
What
be
you
a
have
drunk
to
watch along.
understand is you just have to let go of your. I mean,
Excuse me if this offends anyone, but all of these like princess costumes are designed for them to have such like ridiculous cleavage.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, what if I was Cinderella but slutty? I do not like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if I'm being honest. I appreciate its like place in horror history. I don't find it scary so much as I just find it so disturbing that I can't watch it.
I like it, but it's not an easy watch. But I do
No.
like it.
and I like the second one quite a bit. And I like the remake.
actually can watch the remake and tolerate watching it. But they're not a series that I'm like super into.
The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre has like one of the the scariest thing it's like my scariest scene in any film is in Texas.
This is such a great twist.
Yeah, I was going to say this is a great reveal right here. for
Great
those-
twist.
Again, an anthology film, so always kind of interconnected in different ways, and this is one of the best reveals in it.
So great.
Eli Roth calls himself a gorehound. I think he's a lot of things. I don't know.
Have you seen Green Inferno?
Yeah, I saw Green Inferno.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What did you think, Randy? I'm
I
curious.
mean, it's honestly more watchable than Cannibal Holocaust. So
I honestly think my favorite Eli Roth movie is The House with the Clock in its Walls.
No, that is 100% mine, and I think his Death Wish remake, if it had actually been a Grindhouse film, would have been good. But because he didn't go full Grindhouse and lacks the self-awareness of what it should have been,
I didn't even realize he directed it, and I went to see that in IMAX just to see Thriller 3D in IMAX.
Me too.
And then when it said Eli Roth directed, I was like, what? And then I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I like Cabin Fever.
Oh, yeah, I do like the first
Cabin
Fever,
Fever.
even though that kid does karate and says, pancakes!
Well, Sean Hunter is in Cabin Fever, so you know.
Have you seen the Cabin Fever remake?
I haven't.
Yeah, they literally took the same script and redid it.
Yeah, it's like the same.
Who is he? Gus Van Sant?
And Roth produced it.
Yeah.
Yes. Alien is a horror movie, period.
Yes.
Aliens is an sci-fi action, but the first Alien is a horror movie and one of the best.
Yep.
And the fact that it's Dylan Baker in there is such a great reveal too.
Yeah. All of this is good.
Yeah, the way it's all interconnected in this is so clever.
The whole killing people around a bonfire is also very like reminiscent of Lost Boys.
Look, he get what's he.
That shot is.
That's probably my least favorite gory thing in movies, when you see a broken bone and you actually see the bone coming out of skin.
Yeah, you gotta love a good compound fracture.
Yeah.
I always remember in Bloodsport too when Chun-Li breaks the guy's leg.
Especially with the sound effect.
Yeah, so bad.
The Exorcist is one of my favorite franchises. I'm actually one of the people who really likes the third, and I really like the beginning.
Exorcist 3 is great.
Yeah.
Exorcist 3 is incredible.
Exorcist 3 has the greatest jump scare of all time.
I'm not sure I'd agree it's the greatest, but top 5, yes.
I think it set the precedent for great jump scares, if that
also this needle drop.
So good.
So good.
Well, and the way this all plays out with this song playing, the Marilyn Manson version of it.
Which they also use in the remake of House on Haunted Hill.
Yes.
But what I love about this, too, is shortly after this, Anna Paquin would go to star in True Blood.
Yep.
So this is like prep for that.
Though this, too, you're thinking that all this is just slutty girls, right?
Nope.
And it is not. And that's why I love this reveal. And it kind of reminds me of The Howling, which I'm a big fan of.
Wouldn't be so bad.
That shot of Anna Paquin's back as she's morphing is aces.
Oh.
I love, by the way, that they put on costumes to hide in their costumes.
It's really gory.
Yeah. This is one of the coolest werewolf transformations maybe ever.
Yeah.
Because you actually see the skin and stuff coming off, and I kind of love it for that.
I think American Werewolf in London is still the best, but...
Yeah. This is up there with it.
Even though John Landis is a piece of shit.
Yep.
This shot of Anna Paquin, by the way.
He looks so hot as a werewolf.
Oh, man. I love the werewolf effects, too. What big eyes you have.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I don't disagree at all.
And the wolf looks great in its full form.
Yeah, I agree. And there's Sam again.
By the way, speaking of wolves, if you guys haven't seen Jim Cummings' The Wolf of Snow Hollow, I cannot recommend it highly enough.
I cannot wait to watch it.
I absolutely loved it. It kind of floored me.
Gremlins 1 and 2 are peak.
And I like, again, how it says earlier with the comic booky panel and font.
I can't believe we're already, like, the end of the movie.
It's a short movie. It goes fast. It's really well paced.
We are doing a Gremlins watch-along, by the way, in December.
Double feature with Krampus, right?
Yep. Wait, so Mike Dougherty and those little bastards known as the Gremlins.
Speaking of Gremlins, have you guys seen the Key and Peele Gremlins 2 sketch?
Steven? Right? That Sam DeMoon shot is awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
And yes, that Key and Peele sketch is fucking brilliant, if you've never seen it. For Gremlins 2, by the way, specifically.
Shining is horror.
Yeah.
So is Doctor Sleep, and Doctor Sleep is
A
fantastic.
masterpiece.
Yeah, seeing Thriller in IMAX 3D was fantastic.
Agreed.
It was
That
so
was
fun.
one of the nicest 4K restorations I've ever seen of anything.
I wish they is it on the House of the Clock on the Walls Blu-ray?
I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't think
I don't
so.
have that movie, but I should get it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I have the 4K release of it. I was a
My
big fan.
cousin worked on that movie.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, you
I
never,
don't
you
remember
never,
if it was
when you're
or
trick or
not.
treating, you never go to the house with the lights off and no costumes.
No, you skip those houses.
I did, Mike. I actually posted that picture too. I sent it to Maxwell. I'm super excited to see 1920s Gremlin Adventures with a young Gizmo.
Good old Brian Cox.
He looks so good as a grumpy old man in this. you
Has
guys.
he ever played Scrooge?
No, I don't think so. He would be perfect for it.
He's basically like Halloween Scrooge in this movie.
100.
And I love that it's just a sweet puppy in a mask.
Yeah.
Another great little reveal twist.
He's got those Bly Manor eyes.
Yeah. God, Bly
you
Manor
watch
was so
Bly
good.
Manor.
Oh, you
Shit.
haven't seen it yet? Oh my god.
Sorry, I've been busy.
I don't think it's a spoiler to say that I didn't expect it to be so goddamn emotionally affecting and devastating.
Yeah, I didn't expect to like cry at the like.
I was
last-
in the last episode.
10
I
minutes,
was
I was like, oh
sobbing.
my god, what is happening?
I mean, that's
gut punch, man.
That's
Gut punch.
Flanagan to me though, because I think all his stuff is just so emotionally effective.
I would choose Michael Myers over Freddy Krueger, but
I agree.
Me too.
I like both. The thing is, and we've talked about this before, is Michael Myers endures because anyone can play him, but oh my god, I'm so off my game.
Robert Englund.
Thank you. Robert Englund has become so synonymous with Freddy Krueger that I just don't know if he can continue on.
You know,
Yeah.
now that I think of it, I am kind of partial to my boy Jason.
Yeah, I love Jason too.
My boy, my literal boy.
I know your son.
My son. Jason.
My son, what have you done?
I'll say this too.
This is gonna be me. This is gonna be me, like angry, sad, drinking alcohol.
So basically me.
Yeah, I agree. He only directed the pilot, but I think
I mean, he sets the tone for the story and guides
he still show ran it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. By the way, there was footage from Scooby Doo on Zombie Island on television.
I'm actually remiss when we did. I was sick and wasn't on the show, but for the top 10 Halloween songs list, I should have put that song from that movie on it.
Which one?
From Zombie Island.
Oh yeah, you should have.
That song rocks.
That song is incredible.
I'm sorry again how much I missed this week. I feel bad.
No, dude, you've been sick. It's okay. It's good to get
I
rest.
know.
Watching
I just hate like committing to things and then not being able
Watching
to
that Showtime
Terror
infomercial.
Time. Terror Time is a bop.
I am embarrassed to admit I don't think I can count how many times I've watched that Showtime rotisserie barbecue infomercial back in the day.
Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate it. Oh, I like how Amazon has facts and it says features Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Hi, people.
Hi, baby girl. Does Mabel have a costume? Is that
No,
your new chair already?
Yeah.
It came that fast?
So I did an order for the local Office Max for a
Oh, perfect.
and it got it picked up today while we were doing literally in the middle of Mandalorian when it got here.
Is it comfy?
So, it is so comfortable, dude.
It looks great.
I can finally like kick back a little bit. Look at this. I can
Yeah, I should.
back.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
And when I do this and then I come back and I go, it's showtime. Tremors is a fucking masterpiece, Ghostface.
So probably the week after next, I'm going to do a marathon of all 7.
Also, I just want to say, if anyone who watched Mandalorian knows that the premiere was fucking awesome because it was clearly a love letter to Tremors and Clint Eastwood movies. The way this ties back into the earlier part of the movie, like I was talking about, is so good.
Yeah, the way it sort of like loops back on itself.
Yep.
I've got an NRA membership in my pocket.
It's so good, man.
Fix it.
sometimes I forget that I'm friends with Jared Habon, and then he likes my Instagram post, and I'm like, wow, Jared Habon from The Bachelor just liked my Instagram.
This new season of The Bachelorette has been wild.
That's what I've heard, man.
Something's going to happen next week that's been heavily rumored, and I can't wait to see it unfold.
I can't wait to see it or hear
They
about it.
basically revealed on the commercials that it's happening.
Nice.
I can't believe it.
Is this she chooses someone and then they have to get someone else or something? Yeah.
They showed the new Bachelorette coming out of a pool
Oh, wow.
in a shot, so...
I mean, Brian Cox's character in this movie looks like the type that would know what a dead horse smells like.
I agree. This is so great. I love this. That it went from like no decorations.
What is he
Look,
doing?
he took a vacation once to Thailand, and so Annabelle Creation is very good, and Annabelle Comes Home is a blast. The first one is.
I just finished watching Comes Home last night.
Was it your first time?
Yeah.
Bob's Got Balls.
It's great. I liked it a lot.
My literal only problem with Annabelle Comes Home is the CGI for the wolf.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't see a lot of it, but yeah.
But otherwise, it's such a fun movie. It's basically like the movie equivalent of going through like a haunt.
Yeah.
It's a blast. And I like that Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are in it a little bit, and McKenna Grace is great.
Yeah, and I like the girl that played the friend too. She was really good in it. Daniela, the girl that played Daniela. That's
what magic is for. The Halloween magic, Brandy. I love carving pumpkins. I didn't do any this year. I just haven't.
I didn't do any either. I'm sad. Aaliyah carved a great pumpkin that she showed off last night.
Yes, she did.
The Sleepy Hollow pumpkin.
By the way, guys, if you didn't see that Sleepy Hollow watch along, you got to go back. Aaliyah was so much fun to have on. We had a great time.
I'm so glad she found a new gig too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Is
she moving?
No.
It's a remote job.
That's what I figured. That's great.
I love this whole sequence, by the way. I think the build is so perfect. And it's this whole movie has a lot of different versions of horror, and the slow build of this sequence in particular works in the best way.
Oh, wow. I think next year you should carve a pumpkin a day all throughout October and do an Instagram.
We should do a carving of a pumpkin in Halloween for a live stream and have her as a part of it.
Oh, for the next movie, I got to drink my pumpkin beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some popcorn.
That's been sitting in my fridge for a year because I forgot to drink it last year. So it's good though because it's a bourbon barrel aged beer, so it'll taste even better. It's got a great logo too. I'll show it off whenever I open it.
Oh boy.
Who was that? Was that someone breathing, or was that in the movie?
That was me. That was me sniffing my nose. Sorry.
Okay. I couldn't tell. I thought maybe like Chris Clark joined in was in the background or something. He's like waking up, and he's like, "Oh boy, I'm tired."
Chris Clark, we love Chris Clark around here.
We did keep him up pretty late last night.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I'm glad I decided to jump off and watch those movies because I would have been. I mean, I enjoy being up late with everyone, but like, I actually did get to watch a couple movies. So,
what else did you watch besides Annabelle Comes Home? I love this.
I watched Final Destination 5.
Oh right, you said that.
It, yeah.
This reminds me of, and I hope it's not a spoiler, a part of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Actually, that is a great call.
I haven't seen it, and I don't really remember a whole lot because I kind of despised reading it. I'm open to seeing it, but
it's a totally different experience.
I kind of despise the story, to tell you the truth.
I think it worked better on stage.
I'm excited to see it. I think overall, I still will just view it as kind of like glorified fan fiction. But
I mean, I know we're supposed to hate on Harry Potter, but it's such a magical experience. The stagecraft, and some of the performances. I
literally laughed out loud when the trolley witch stuff happens.
That's my least. That's my least favorite part.
I enjoyed it because I thought it was funny, but like I was cracking up reading that.
I like the music in that sequence, but I don't love the sequence itself. I think it's the worst. And here, by the way, we get Sam in his full glory, and I love this. Everything about this whole sequence Sam going after
got that candy bar. I definitely want to see the play eventually.
It was a remarkable experience. I was glad that Maxwell and I actually saw it.
We had great seats too.
We had great seats, but we also saw it before all this shit happened with JK, and I feel less terrible about it now.
I've seen it like 4 or 5 times before all the shit went down. I love basically that Brian Cox, like I said, is the Halloween Scrooge, and then Sam is like the ghost of Halloween past. And it's like, you need to love Halloween, you dead horse smelling fuck.
This scene is also, I don't know if it was intentional, but it's kind of a homage to the Amelia short from Trilogy of Terror.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like something chasing someone around a house, you know.
It's also kind of Home Alone-y.
It is. And Trilogy of Terror is one of my first, I've talked about this before. It was one of the first things I ever saw that really scared me. The voodoo doll, and that has stayed with me for my life. Like, that doll is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, the Zuni fetish doll is one of the like iconic little things.
Sam crawling across the ceiling just now is so good. Look at him. Look at him just hanging out above Brian Cox.
A little laugh.
Yeah. God, it's just so good. I'm really glad that Brandy and Mike are seeing this for the first time and getting to experience our love.
Yes, I'm super excited to watch it now that it's finally on Disney Plus. And also, as we've been saying, if you're in need of a Harry Potter substitute, Percy Jackson.
All things Percy Jackson.
My good friend Rob Rakicki, who was on Front Center Mez, who wrote the Lightning Thief musical. It is his birthday today. I know he's not watching, but happy birthday, Rob. I love you. I can't wait to work with you again.
Happy birthday. If you ever need a BioX, just let me know.
Or like children like singing old like fairy tales.
Dude,
I could think of one other thing laughing that's like, creepier.
The Sam reveal though. His face.
He looks so great without the mask.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell giggling is creepier than a kid's giggling.
Mitch McConnell's hand. Like he has a dead hand now.
He's got a Dumbledore hand.
Also,
yes.
I was gonna say
he touched that Horcrux.
So last year,
I would believe Mitch McConnell had Horcruxes.
He is a Horcrux.
When we went to Horror Nights last year, there was a maze we went in that the last part of the maze is literally a dark hallway. There was no light, and all you could hear was kids laughing, and it terrified.
They would come up and whisper right in your ear. That is the scariest Horror Nights house I've ever been in, but. It was called Graveyard Games. It was fantastic.
It was incredible.
And I don't know if you remember, but like because of the rain and everything, halfway through our night, I got real sick.
Yep, I remember.
And then I rebounded and went in that one. It was so great.
Because I bought you dinner and you couldn't eat, and you were like, "Hey, I've got to go to the bathroom," and so we kind of hung out for a bit and waited for you. And I remember you came back and you were like, "I feel much."
Tim has been wearing a wig the whole night. He didn't just put it on Ferris, but what's up, Ferris? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Ferris.
This isn't Tim. It's Pam Voorhees.
Pam Voorhees.
Get it right, or I'll slay you.
That's quite a knife you got there.
I also have an arrow. I can go grab an arrow and I can shut.
Imagine calling 911 and they say, "Please hold."
Yeah, please hold. That's PLD he's talking to.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, so scary. Love it. Right in his foot.
I love that the hand can move around on its own and stuff.
I think one of my biggest fears is walking up a flight of stairs and someone cutting my my Achilles. Yeah.
Very Pet Cemetery-esque.
Yes. Ferris wants you to know he was rooting for you in the horror free for all.
So was I. But you did a really good job. You should be proud of yourself.
I did, and I did good on all the questions afterwards when I was quizzing myself. You know, it's just sometimes you get a question you don't know, and unfortunately, in that round, it was in that overtime.
Sorry, I wrote about Exorcist at the beginning, which you hadn't seen.
I can never remember.
I knew it was one of those two, but I just couldn't remember.
I can never remember which is the beginning and which is Dominion.
Yeah, that's fair too. God, I love the whole design and look of
Is it
Sam.
Prosthetics or what?
I think it is. I think it's prosthetics.
Makeup work is incredible.
This movie deserved an Academy Award nomination.
Is it like a person or is it like an animatronic, you think?
I think it's a person.
Yeah, I'm 95% sure it's a person. Although I think that the eyes and stuff are clearly an animatronic of some sort. I think it's
the way he just said "oh no" is so great. See you later, Ferris. Have a good night. Be smart.
Oh, okay. Bye, Ferris. Yeah, enjoy your Halloween.
Make good choices.
We got one more movie after this still, guys. Don't forget.
Yes,
I love this logo.
For sure.
And right here, him biting this and just, it's so good.
The figure that I was talking about, he was holding the lollipop.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I'm pretty sure it was a NECA. I remember seeing it.
This music too, like with the children singing, is so creepy. Oh, see, I wouldn't have done that. I just would have drank the rest of it. Like, well, it's the end. I might as well get another shot in.
Yep. Oh, I didn't mean to send that.
Right in the candy bar. The way he looks up, he's so talented.
I know.
Was that Gal?
Yeah. He's barking at my our resident demon that pops up every now and then.
Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
God, I forgot.
Got my own Toby living in the house.
It's true. Sam is the only slasher villain who is proficient in making weapons out of candy.
I love that the door
perfect. He'd be perfect in prison.
He can make a shiv out of anything.
Yeah. One of those Jolly Rancher shivs. I've seen those.
Brian
before.
Cox right here sells this whole sequence so perfectly. By the way, like just the quiet, just sitting, not knowing how to react. Do I get up? Do I handle this situation? Do I let it be? Like he's so good in it.
Then we cut to the shot of the fire and the kids from the bus.
Also,
so it was not an urban legend after all.
I'm not entirely sure I would call Sam a villain.
That's true.
So the reveal is that Brian Cox was the bus driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is so great.
It ties everything together.
It all connects.
It's so well written. It really is.
Later.
The Three Little Pigs, guys.
Oink oink.
Oink, oink. What a nice reveal. And I love this shot right here, Brian Cox. Just all like wrapped up in
looks
bandage.
like Scrooge with the thing around his chin.
Yes.
Oh, it's stuck.
You guys remember trick-or-treating? Man, I loved trick-or-treating back in the day.
Yeah, trick-or-treating was fun.
You just take a pillowcase and load it up, man.
Yeah. You go to the biggest areas in your neighborhood.
That look you just gave.
I love this too because he's trying to decide if he's actually in a place where he's going to be comfortable or not. This shot of the kid waiting for the dad to come back, who we all know now has been killed by the werewolves. That's, again, why I want to pick up with what happened with this kid. I want to know what became of him, if you will.
And she's okay.
Yep. Walks out in front of the car. There's all the werewolf girls.
Like the narrative construction of this is so perfectly executed, I think.
Yep. And there's Sam
staring at him.
Everything about that just works. Sorry, Tim. What was that?
Oh no, I was just saying it's like it's all tying back to like the beginning essentially.
Ah, so perfect.
Yeah, I do like that it's like an anthology that all the stories they all take place in the same world, so it all intersects.
Yeah. The best anthologies are the ones that all connect together in some sort of way. Like I love Creepshow, and I think Creepshow's brilliant, but I do wish some of those connected more, even though obviously the connection is the creeper, right?
Yeah.
There are rules. You might upset someone. Well, you did.
Sam, the way that Sam looks down and he's like, all right, I got this. Time to go.
And Krieg is like, do what you got to do. I'm going home.
Yeah. Krieg's like, I've seen enough shit for tonight. We're good.
Just when you thought it was safe.
Oh God,
dude.
So great.
The kids are back in town. The kids are back in town.
Trick or treat.
And that the last line of the movie is trick or treat. Bravo.
Dude, everything about this movie. Horror masterpiece.
What a great movie.
So I want to hear from the people who had never seen this before in the chat. What did you guys think of Trick or Treat? We're going to talk about our feelings.
The score.
Oh, the score is amazing. Starting with Maxwell, obviously, you and I are huge fans. What were your thoughts?
I fucking love this movie. I watch it every year, if not directly on Halloween and the week preceding it. I think it's scary. It gets the Halloween spirit, the cast, and as I was saying, the narrative construction. Each scene on its own is so well executed and plays in different genres of horror, but then the way it all ties together, I think it's one of the great anthology movies. The score is great. I love it. I think it's great. Really great.
So good.
I cannot
Amazing.
reiterate enough how angry it makes me how the studio screwed it over. But like all things that are great, it has found its audience. It has become a cult classic.
And we introduced it to 3 new people tonight. So I'm hoping that this movie and our introduction to you 3 who have never seen it
that was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it that much. I'm so glad you guys liked it.
I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it. And
I love sharing things I love with people, and they end up loving it too.
Me too.
So and in the score, the little kids going
it's so creepy.
So good.
Tim, Miss Voorhees, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I love this movie. It's a go-to every year for Halloween, but also like I am just like a giant fan of horror anthologies. Like slasher is like my favorite subgenre, but then I think horror anthology films will probably be like my next favorite in terms of like many genres within horror. And this one's fantastic. So I mean, it's a lot of fun. It gets creepy, and then like I just mentioned a second ago, but I love the fact that the stories all take place in the same universe and it's all tied together so well. And I love how it jumps around in terms of the narrative. At what point in the narrative you're at, it all kind of jumps around, which is fun. It Tarantino's it.
Yeah, 100% Tarantino.
I love movies that take place all in one day or one night, and this is such a great one of those too.
It really is, and I just think it's so special. I think the cast is amazing. Everyone is so good in the roles. It's a movie that continues to hold up. Like, this movie came out in the late 2000s.
It was made in 2007, but I don't think it saw the light of day till like 2009.
Right. So it sat on a shelf, it kicked around, and here we are talking about it almost, 13 years later. It's still excellent. It's still fun. I'm glad we got to share it with you guys. I think Sam is an icon. And if you get a chance, there's some Sam shorts that they did from a few years ago for fear.net or something, or fear.com, that had a all day sort of marathon, and they had Sam shorts at Easter, and he appears in it. So go and check those out. I'm hoping we get the sequel. I know Mike Dougherty is working on one, but this was so much fun. But guys, this is just the beginning. We just finished the first of 2 films that we're doing tonight here, and we got one left. That means we got Halloween 2018, the David Gordon Green sequel. 40 years later, we're going to catch up with Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. But first, we're going to go to break. I'm going to go make popcorn, use the restroom. We're going to go take a break for about 5 minutes or so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play you guys the Barry Movie Squad intro one more time as we go to break. And then when we come back, it's time once more for Halloween. We'll see you guys on the other side of the break.
They're kind of soft. Oh.
I don't care when I'm crafting.
Touch it. Oh, my hair looks terrible. So PJ isn't back yet, but I'm going to talk because I want to talk about Mike's question. So I brought this up in the Schmodown Facebook group. But for those who haven't seen my post, do you think there should be a horror division? If yes, pitch me your ideal wheel. So immediately, I think there should be a John Carpenter wheel, a Wes Craven wheel, and a Tim Burton wheel.
There should be like
Sam
a
Raimi.
maybe like subgenres, so like slasher,
Yeah.
vampire, werewolf,
Ghost.
maybe ghost.
So also,
Haunted house.
this is the
Maybe a Stephen King
Haddonfield.
slice.
This is the Haddonfield varsity hoodie, which I love. It says Haddonfield on the back. I also want to show this off. I just got this, and it's kind of relevant to tonight. So there's this relatively new physical media company called Ronin Flicks.
Mm-hmm.
And so they put out Haunt on Blu-ray, and it's really cool. So here you can see the Blu-ray. Really nice cover. Sorry, you can see my ring light. But what I love too is in the box, you can see here, this is kind of like a mini box without the jokes. If you open it, the flap, it has these pins of all the masks, which I think are fantastic. Can you guys see that?
I can.
Mm-hmm.
It has this really nice magnet of the poster from the movie.
Ooh.
But then it has like 8 posters, and my favorite is this, which is a map, like a blueprint of the haunted house.
I just think that's so rad. Everything about that is just so rad.
This is such a great. I mean, there's other posters like the official movie poster, and then different ones for the different.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, I'm Mr. Peanut. Yeah, I just half-assed it. Yeah, I'm Mr. Peanut.
I don't know if that's half-assing it. You look fantastic.
I'm Mr. Peanut.
But if you like Haunt, you can also just buy the Blu-ray. It has lots of great features. It has like a making of, audio commentary with the actors and directors. Really great stuff. And it also has, and maybe this is just in the more expensive version, it has a CD of the score, which is really cool. But I thought that was appropriate for Halloween to show
I'm
that.
drinking my Halloween beer, which is a barrel-aged pumpkin ale. And let me show off the bottle because it's got a really sweet logo that they've never put on a shirt or glassware, but I love it.
Sully!
What's up, Sean?
We also have another stream crasher who may have crashed the stream before, but she's back in a different costume, and I also think she has a special guest with her.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hi, Liz.
All right, so sorry about earlier. I completely knocked my mic off trying to scoot back to stand up, and it just like completely muted the whole thing, and I didn't know what was going on, so I just left. But for anyone who wants to check out that costume in full, I put it up on Twitter and on my Instagram. But I am wearing a very specific outfit now because of our special guest who has his own. If you guys are familiar with Up, I am a wilderness explorer. And we have the tiniest wilderness explorer.
Oh, look at Oswald.
Aw.
So he currently hates me because he hates this costume.
He's like,
My
like-
favorite thing is you made the hat with holes for his ears.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So I made it about 2 years ago now for a costume contest at their day camp where Luna has one, I have one,
I have one.
Max has one, and Oswald has one.
2 years ago, we went on a Halloween Disney cruise, which was amazing. And we wore it on Halloween, both of our costumes, and everyone loved them.
But yes, so the cute, tiniest wilderness explorer
Mike cases.
with all of his little badges. Let's see if I can
Aw.
see all of his little badges. And his little hat with his wilderness explorer.
I love everything about that.
So he thought he wanted to jump on and say hi because everyone likes to ask about our doggos.
It's true, man.
But now I'm going to let him get undressed because he legitimately hates me right now.
Luna does not mind when we put like a sweater or an outfit on her, but Oswald acts as if we are like oppressing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I wish I still had it because either last year or 3 years ago, it depends. I guess it would be 3 years ago based on the movie. Luna was a porg and Oswald was Chewbacca for Halloween.
Oh,
Because
that's awesome.
all Oswald needs is the sash.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he basically is Chewbacca.
And
This
he
is
actually
true.
they both got featured on the Star Wars social media account that year.
Yeah.
That's
Luna's
incredible.
board costume, which by the way Liz sewed from scratch, was fantastic. Yeah, it's true. He is a nudist. Let him live his life.
I love Brandy. Brandy's just the best.
So good.
So now he's not mad at me. And this is a costume where I'm not going to break my setup trying to do anything with it.
Well, that's a nice feeling, at least, right?
Aw.
Yes,
Well,
the
thank-
other one's fun, but it like limits your range of motion. So I like
Sure.
bent down and knocked everything over.
I can appreciate that. But I'm glad that you got to do this. It was a lot of fun. I love seeing the
Yeah.
costumes. Liz, you were incredibly talented, by the way. I just want you to know
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
I didn't make any new ones this year just because coronavirus and nobody can see it. So what's the point? But
Sure.
they were supposed to be, and this was my point with Stranger Things coming out when it does. They were supposed to be the Scoops Ahoy troops.
Oh, nice.
So Oswald was going to be what's his name? I can't remember. Steve, and Luna was going to be Robin. But
Liz and I are huge Scoops Troops fans.
yeah,
We have a Scoops Ahoy decorative pillow. We both have Scoops Ahoy bracelets. I have a Scoops Ahoy hoodie.
so yeah. But we'll see what happens next year. We'll have to maybe we'll take a poll on what I should make the dogs next year. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys enjoy your watch along.
Thank you for joining us,
Awesome.
Liz.
That
You're the
was-
best.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Liz. Well, guys, you know what that means?
Yeah, yes. Say bye.
It's time for the final film in our scary movie squad, like marathon run. I don't know what you guys want to call it. but it's happening. And Chris Clark, you made it.
Yeah, I did. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, I was exhausted, but I'm now back, and I can't wait. This is the finale of Scary Movie Squad. It's gonna be awesome.
It is. I think you would have really liked Trick or Treat. I think we're gonna have to watch it on a separate stream of us just hanging out just to see you watch it.
Yeah. I haven't seen this, so I'm gonna be on mute. So you guys, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna be 20 seconds behind, so I'm excited.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys don't know, this is Halloween 2018. They didn't change the title, but it is a sequel to the original 1978 film. John Carpenter came back to produce. Jamie Lee Curtis came back to star. And this is a film that retcons all the sequels. That's why we waited to do this one last. Nothing literally in this series matters outside of the original. So what we're going to do, I mean, I'm not saying that. I love all of those movies, but according to the timeline, nothing else matters. And I'm excited to revisit this one. It's been a little bit since I've seen it. Real quick, I'm going to go around the panel. Chris, you haven't seen it, but Maxwell, what were your initial thoughts as we went into this, and what are you thinking for night?
I love this movie. As I've said before, it's one of my favorite Michael Myers movies. I think despite enjoying some of the other ones like 2 and 4 and H2O, I kind of love that this retcons some of the stuff that I didn't love. I think it's really intense, and Michael is fierce and gruesome. The performances are great, and John Carpenter's score may be the best score he ever wrote for a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
I think he worked on it with his son.
I believe so.
It's not perfect, but I think it's damn good, and I cannot wait to see Halloween Kills next year. I think it'll be worth the wait. And also, the fact that David Gordon Green directed this, who is predominantly known for like art films and then stoner comedies, he's had such a fascinating career, like George Washington and Snow Angels, and that other one he did was Zooey Deschanel. I can't remember the name that I love, and then like Pineapple Express and then Halloween. It's like,
dude is talented.
He is very talented.
What about you, Tim?
I love this movie. I loved it when it came out. I was super excited for it when it was announced and everything in the lead up to it. I think it's great. I love the stuff that they retcon because I honestly prefer. I mean, I don't know how much I want. I guess we won't talk about it, but I love what they retcon because I don't care for the relationship, the familial relationship aspects of the story. Even though I love the sequels and that's a big part of it, but I do prefer it this way.
Sure.
And there's one thing about this movie that I don't really care for, but it doesn't ruin the movie for me at all. And I agree with Maxwell. The score is incredible. Especially there's one particular track that I absolutely love, and I'll point it out in the movie. But yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, there's one track I love too, and I'm wondering if it's the same one.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Also, Judy Greer. Like, Judy Greer makes anything better.
Judy Greer's great.
I agree with this. And I was going to say, I know, Chris, you're a big fan of Halloween 2. It's your favorite, isn't it?
The first one?
Halloween 2, like the original.
Halloween 2. I thought you meant like, you're a big fan of Halloween also. But yeah, I do love Halloween 2.
Yes.
Halloween 2 in the hospital, I feel like is a great follow-up. So I've never seen the other Halloweens, though, so I'm interested to see what
All right. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun because Chris has never seen this before. He's going to start behind us. If this is your first time here, welcome. We're glad to have you. What a perfect time for you to show up for Halloween 2018. And I can't wait, you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to count down from 5 as soon as I say go. We're going to hit play, and we're going to all watch Halloween 2018 together. And we're going to end this Halloween on a very stabby ending, if you will. But are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. I just had popcorn straight up stolen from my from here by Dipper. He like straight up put his head inside the bowl and stole popcorn. That was not very nice, Dipper.
What's wrong?
My video is glitching out.
Like your movie or the StreamYards?
The movie. Can I get a timestamp?
Absolutely. We are at 37, 38, 39.
I think
40.
I fixed it.
Man, we're right on time, PJ.
Yeah, sir.
I love how brutal this movie is. I didn't mention that either. I mean, the first Halloween movie is like super scary, but it's not particularly like brutal. And this movie's like Michael Myers Unleashed.
Yeah. And the next one looks similar, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I'm very excited about. I thought that teaser that they dropped the other day was pretty excellent during the
And Malik Akkad took over for his father, Mustafa Akkad, who produced all the other movies. Mustafa Akkad was unfortunately killed in the Oman terrorist attack. Him and his daughter were both killed in that bombing in the early 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
Or mid to late 2000s.
What a brilliant opening for this, by the way. In the mental institution, 40 years later, what's happened since then? You know what I mean?
Trivia question: what's the name of the institution?
That's a great
Who knows
question.
it? Who knows it? Who knows it? Anyone?
I don't off the top of my head, no.
Smith's Grove.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Now that you said it, I'm like, mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember if it was still Smith's Grove or not in this one. That's why I wasn't sure.
I also love that it brings, because they're podcasters, right? Aren't they podcasters?
Yeah.
They are.
I love it when they bring podcasting into a movie, like in Tusk.
Yep. Well, it feels very real for the time, right?
Yep.
The investigative journalism has become podcasts and stuff. So I think this is such a natural progression in the right way.
We all know how many true crime podcasts there are out there.
I was gonna say, especially true crime podcasts. Also, why does his scarf look like he's in Ravenclaw?
It's a great question.
Totally. He's got a little bit of a Ewan McGregor look to him, too.
Not as sexy, but yes.
No.
Jesus Christ.
What?
What happened? What is he scared of?
What happened?
I really don't know, to be honest with you guys, what just happened with Chris. Well, Chris is going to do real well.
Making this character, who is sort of the Loomis of this movie, having studied under Loomis, is clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say the part about the movie I don't like involves this character. But I still like the character. There's just
I like that part. I think it's
one part I don't like, but
I think it's creepy, but that's okay.
Well, and I don't want to get into it, and I'll talk about it to when we get to it, but it was vastly different originally too.
I think he has a good character though, and a good successor.
And you should never watch a Tarantino movie, Bradley.
I love the courtyard. It just looks like a courtyard for a crazy person. Like I don't know. I just feel like if it would set someone off if they were like already kind of like off. Like it's like
it looks like a big chessboard.
It looks very triggering.
I agree.
Yeah. There's something about this movie shot incredibly, by the way. The cinematography is gorgeous. But it does feel like a chessboard of some sort.
Quick shout out to David Gordon Green and Danny McBride's HBO television series, The Righteous Gemstones. It's a lot of fun. I recommend checking it out.
The fact that this movie is co-written by Danny McBride will never cease to amaze me.
Yeah,
agreed.
He's a talented individual.
It's interesting how so many comedy personalities have dabbled in horror, like Seth Rogen,
Jordan
Peele, Danny McBride,
Chris Rock now with Spiral.
Yeah.
And I love that they did bring back Nick Castle too for the role of Michael Myers. I mean, he doesn't do it 100% of the time, but he does do several moments where he plays Michael Myers.
It was kind of similar to Chewbacca in The Force Awakens. Like it wasn't entirely one person.
Yeah.
God, I'm so splotchy.
You're a handsome individual.
No, when I get sick, like you could see these.
Sure.
Need to put some witch hazel on my face. Like doing this is would be so triggering. Like they're purposely trying to rabble rouse. She looks kind of like Karen Gillan.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, not as pretty, but Karen Gillan is. PJ, you're muted if you're trying to talk to us.
I think he's doing something else.
Okay.
I was doing something else for social media real quick.
No, that's fine. I love that shot. The way it swoops under the umbrella. The whimpering. The dog.
Michael kind of looks like Davos Seaworth from the back.
Hey, he does. He does.
This whole sequence is incredibly unsettling.
Very
let me tell you.
unsettling. I agree. Yeah, she does kind of look like Felicia Day. You're right.
Yeah.
I think I've always thought it was Felicia Day because it looks so much like her, even though I know it's not.
This scream he lets out now,
You're a dumbass.
and then
Yeah,
so good. Will Patton is great.
Yeah, Will Patton. I love anytime Will Patton shows up, man. He's not in enough stuff.
I agree.
You know what movie Will Patton is great in, though? Is Remember the Titans.
He
You know
is.
what's funny? The Halloween franchise has a lot of introducing actors because
It
you
does.
got Andy Matichak in this, you got Jamie Lee Curtis in the original, and I'm pretty sure Josh Hartnett may have been. I think he may have been kind of around already a little bit, but because he was in The Faculty, which I think may have been before H2O,
I think
or
H2O
that
was before.
which one?
I think H2O was before.
Yeah, I think it might be before.
If not, it was the same year.
Yeah, because H2O was 98, right? Because that was 20 years.
So was the Faculty.
And Faculty was 98 or 99 or whatever. Yeah,
I really like The Faculty, by the way.
Faculty
that
might
was
have
great.
I love H2O, and even though this Red's
H2O is great.
it doesn't bother me. It's fine.
No, yeah, and that's why I look at it. Even though things get retconned, I mean, the films exist, so you can still watch them, and you can still choose, your own adventure basically with any of
Yep.
these.
So H2O is still my favorite sequel. This is a very close second. But I think that the retconning in the end of the day doesn't bother me because I can choose your own adventure this series now at my own will, right? In a way that I can't say that about any other series. And also, to Mike K's point, I do also love the opening sequence. I love that it's a throwback to the original. It's a reversal of it. It's very cool.
You can do it with Terminator now too.
Yeah, choose your own adventure. Which Terminator 3 do you choose?
Dark Fate.
I still haven't watched Dark Fate. I know it's on Amazon and I need to watch it, but I've just been so focused on watching scary movies right now. I'll
Sure.
probably watch it this week though, since we're going to be moving into November. Because I love the Terminator franchise. So
I think you'll like it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll like. My sister watched it and she liked it a lot, and so we have the similar tastes.
I really love Dark Fate.
It has some interesting
This little music undertone is great too.
thoughts about immigration
Mm-hmm.
policy. Not this, Terminator.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
What podcasters have that kind of money? Although if they are a very popular show.
Yeah. They've also clearly traveled a very long way, so they probably have money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like Joe Rogan or Mark Maron.
Or the My Favorite Murder guys.
Yeah.
Girls, I mean.
A common argument I've heard about this, why people don't like this movie, and also there's one particular person that uses this argument a lot, and they say that Laurie had all this time to prepare and all she did was build like a room. It's like clearly Laurie did a lot more to prepare for the potential of meeting Michael again. I mean,
Who says that?
as evidenced by this bit right here. I mean, they're a schmodown person.
Okay. I'll say I saw someone say this earlier, and I kind of thought that there was an excellent point that the Halloween sequels so far have really about that after the first one, Laurie is never quite the same, and she's always kind of tilted towards crazy, which I don't necessarily disagree with. But you have to think, man, you went through a traumatic experience. You don't know how you're going to act, you know?
Yeah, you saw all your friends were murdered.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh man, I love all the Terminator. Well, I love all the Terminator movies to varying degrees. And I don't even want to say love all of them, but I appreciate all of them to varying degrees. But the first and the second and Dark Fate are the ones I love the most. Dark Fate, I understand why people may not love it. I don't necessarily agree, but I can appreciate those who don't like it.
I love her. I love Laurie's look in this.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jamie Lee coming back in this is like really sinking her teeth into a really cool performance.
It's very similar to what Linda Hamilton gets to do in Dark Fate, frankly.
Yeah,
I agree. There's actually a lot of similarities. And it's so interesting, and this is a kind of conversation just to have in general of how fandom has changed and people attack franchises for having female leads. But it's weird to me because Halloween clearly had a female lead long before. So did Aliens. So did, Terminator. And I think that these movies have pushed the female heroes back to the forefront in the right ways that I wish that more franchises would.
Barbarella.
Yeah. Perfect.
Tank Girl.
Barbarella.
Yeah, Tank Girl's great.
Tank Girl, yeah.
Not wrong, Brandy. I like she hasn't updated her furniture from the 70s. I love that she knows exactly when he's being transferred. She's stayed on top of it. She knows what's happening. There's no way she's letting it happen again, you know? This little zoom in on her as she talks is so good. Dude, Jamie Lee is so good in this. Right? Steven gets it. The complaints about female leads in Dark Fate drove me insane. Sarah Connor's always been a lead. Exactly.
Even Star Wars. I mean, Princess Leia was basically a co-lead in all those movies, so I don't get
Right. Mike, she has the get the fuck out of my house look. She 100% has the get the fuck out of my house look on.
I always have that look when Frank Janish comes over.
It's true. That's the real get the fuck out of my house look. She opens the door, time's up.
Do we have anyone? I don't remember. Do we have anyone in the chat that hasn't seen this or no? Has everyone seen it in the chat?
It's a good question. Who here has seen this? Let us know. Or if you haven't seen it, let us know. I love that little bit right there with her husband.
I love this. Oh god, what's his name? This actor, Toby Huss.
Yeah, but it's so perfect because of obviously what we know it to be, right? So the joke that he'd murder a whole family when Michael literally will murder a whole family.
If you guys haven't seen the TV show *Halt and Catch Fire*, it's great, and he's on it and one of my favorite characters on that show.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, cool.
Steven has not yet.
Oh, cool. Okay. I also saw it twice in theaters, Mike.
Yeah. And
maybe 3 times? I don't remember. I'm definitely a repeat offender at movie theaters.
Me too. If I love it, I will.
Yeah. She is a very attractive young woman.
I do not disagree with you.
I'm just going to double check something because she's playing a high schooler. I don't want to be gross.
I want to say she was already over 18.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to double check.
Yeah.
And retract my statement if necessary.
Steven says he saw the first few seasons of *Halt* and it was good.
Yeah.
So he agrees with you.
And also, that also has I'm so off my game tonight. From Dark Fate, Mackenzie Davis.
Oh yeah, yes, it does. Also, Judy Greer is beautiful and does not get enough love.
Her book, I Don't Know What You Know Me From, is one of my favorite celebrity memoirs.
I've never read it, and I have to check it out. Clearly,
I also have a shirt from Super Yaki. I don't know if you guys know Super Yaki that says Judy Greer should have been the lead.
Yeah. I love Judy Greer in just about everything.
Me too. She
was in a great show on CBS that lasted a season with Jason.
Oh yeah, she was already 24 at this time or so we're good.
She's great in Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Kitty.
I love this dude here. I like relate to him so much.
That dude is me in real life.
He also looks like uncannily like Jack White.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just like the stoner equivalent of my life, even though the stoner equivalent of my life is me. So I guess that's
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
you know
weed tonight, just alcohol.
You know what I'm looking forward to the most about Halloween Kills is all the things that they're bringing back, all the characters they're bringing back from the original Halloween movie.
Yes,
it's amazing how many people they're bringing back, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yep, love Judy. Movie I saw in theaters the most was Euro Trip. I had surgery and it was the only thing playing. I love that. Dude, Jamie Lee Curtis fucking kills in Knives Out.
So I actually have a list on my phone, and it may not be 100% accurate, but
that's good, Mike.
Let's see. Okay. So the movie I've seen the most was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which I saw 11 times.
Oh, wow.
In theaters. I saw Revenge of the Sith 10 times. I saw Goblet of Fire 9 times. Batman Begins 8 times. And then Force Awakens and Dark Knight 7 times. And those are my tops. The weirdest movie, like most of the movies I saw many times are like blockbusters. But on my list, the weirdest one that I saw 5 times was Capote.
Knowing you, that checks out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Philip Seymour Hoffman's my favorite actor. I thought his performance was incredible, and that movie was great. But, like, when you look and it's like Batman, Avengers, Harry Potter, Star Wars. Capote.
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
Yeah, he's not my favorite.
But I do like this guy. What else was he in? He was in something else that I saw recently. And I liked him. I'm trying to remember. Let's see.
Funny thing about that guy, that's I don't know if they say his name in the movie, but her boyfriend is Cameron Elam, who is the son of Lonnie Elam, and Lonnie is the main bully of Tommy Doyle in the first Halloween. Oh. And Lonnie is one of the characters I'm excited will be coming back in Halloween Kills. He's the one that Loomis yells at and says, "Lonnie!"
Oh, he was on an episode of the Purge TV show and Goosebumps too. Oh, maybe not.
Here we go. It's a little throwback to the first movie, but it's her looking at standing outside the school.
Oh wow! Yep. Knives Out 5 times. I think I saw it 3 times in theaters. Knives Out is great.
Yeah,
I probably would have seen Knives Out more if it didn't come out like around the holidays.
Yeah,
holidays are always tough to see movies multiple times for me. Now, I like that she brings the money to her granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. And the point of Pam Voorhees down there, they do a lot of recreating the shots and scenes from the original in the right way where it tips the nostalgia, but it feels different.
The filmmakers have such a respectful reverence for the original without being cloying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it when movies and TV shows find that balance. It's not an easy balance, but you can manage it.
Brandy said she didn't love Knives Out. Well, that's okay. We can all like what we like.
Yep. No digs for me. I do like the strain that it's clearly put on the family, but they also can't understand what she went through. They all think she's crazy, but like She
Yeah,
went.
it's not that easy.
This also, like, to me, goes against the argument you were saying someone has before. Like,
I had that same gun she was shooting, the rifle. I had that rifle.
you see her training with her gun. You see,
old
I
Winchester.
get it. Like her whole, I don't know. It's funny. Like H2O and this movie are very similar in, like what they represent in the series, but her preparedness and tone in this is so different from H2O and her hair.
H2O is what happens if Laurie moves on with her life in the best of her ability and tries to continue on. This
but H2O is also if 2 and 4 happened.
Right. Whereas this movie is what happens if Laurie has never moved on. Well, she's moved on, but her life has been confined.
H2O doesn't include 4, though. Did you say 2 and 4? H2O is just 2.
Oh, 2? Okay.
Yeah. Because it retcons 4 and 5 because there's no Jamie.
Right. You're right. My bad.
Yeah, so it's
I want to shout out Danielle Harris. She's a great follow on Instagram. She's a lot of fun, so check her out.
Yeah.
She was in something. What was she in?
She's also hinted she might be in the new one, by the way. And she's doing it. She's directing a movie. I sent you the thing. She's doing like a horror Final Girl movie.
Yeah,
she's awesome. Was she in that
She's also in Rob Zombie's Halloween film. She plays Annie Brackett, but I don't like those movies, but she's great. She was also in a made-for-TV movie called Wish Upon with Katherine Heigl, where they like switch bodies. Yeah, it's really funny when she was a teenager.
Oh yeah, she's in Camp Coldbrook.
Oh, is she really?
She's the female lead in that.
She's also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I believe.
Oh, look at this!
Is she? I think she's one of the Manson girls, maybe.
Yeah, H2O is. I really like H2O a lot.
Josh Hartnett should come back and have a bigger career.
I love scary movies.
Remember, he was almost Batman. Josh Hartnett, right?
Yeah, he was.
Before it was Christian Bale. It was almost him.
I could be wrong. Maybe she wasn't in it.
Yeah, you guys should see Camp.
Oh no, she was. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That was a pretty good film from earlier this year that Joe Dante produced. I mean, technically it was made in 2018, but it came to video this year.
Which movie?
Camp Coldbrook. That Danielle Harris is in.
Yeah, Lonnie.
Gal. I'm not mad.
No, it's just what he does.
He just wants to be heard. I get it.
Yeah.
We all want to be heard.
Oswald does the same thing.
Gal Frey, come here.
People who used to trip balls in the woods. That's why I like him, that he has zero filter.
Yeah, it's fun. She's like, your dad used to torment a kid that I babysat. He was an asshole.
Oh, this is great. The way she just sort of chugs the wine.
That's me, if there's wine around.
She was doing her Ken Knapsack impression there. She's like drinking and holds up the finger.
Yeah. The dad has zero filter. That is correct, Mike.
This beer is delicious, by the way.
Is it good? That's good. I'm glad.
It looked good.
I love you hear the music.
Yeah, and that's like my actual favorite part of the Halloween music is this piece of music, the whole bum,
I agree. But there's a cue in this movie that knocks my socks off. It comes much later in the film.
Yeah. I have a feeling we might have the same moment. But
We'll see.
So the PTSD angle is great. I feel bad for Laurie, man. You want to believe that she could have fought hard, and I guess it's because we've seen other movies where she clearly did.
That's why I like H2O and this is compliments of each other.
I think H2O did more for this movie than it gets credit for, and it drives me crazy because I think H2O is definitely a template for this film. Like, H2O deals with her having PTSD and stuff, but in a very different way.
H2O is a blast, and Kevin Williamson worked on it a little bit.
Yep. It also has the Scream score in it.
H2O wouldn't have worked would not have happened if not for Scream.
Yeah. And John Carpenter also almost directed it. It fell apart at the last minute.
Who
but
directed it? Steve Miner?
Steve Miner directed it, yeah.
Yep. Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3 fame.
Yep.
It also has one of the best endings in the series, in my opinion.
Steve Miner also directed Lake Placid.
That's true.
Which is hilarious. Betty White in that movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
You know what also is great about H2O is LL Cool J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LL Cool J is fun.
And he survives.
He does. Yeah. Imagine if he popped up in Halloween Kills.
I like Adam Arkin in it too. Adam Arkin's like the love interest, like Laurie's guy.
Yeah.
Alan Arkin's son.
Yeah, and he's also great in Hitch.
And he's a great director. He's directed a lot of great TV.
He's also the season 2 big bad of Sons of Anarchy.
Yep, and he directed episodes of that.
Yep.
That was the best season of the show.
It's a really good season. I'm really partial to season 4 a lot. I really love the way it ends, like the whole finale when they take with
the chat just learned
Agent Stahl and everything.
Sure.
And Jimmy O.
Also, the chat just learned way more about Adam Arkin than I think they ever thought they were going to know in their lives, and I love that.
But I will say Gemma's overall story in season 2 is absolutely incredible.
The most heartbreaking episode of that is when...
Oh, God, yeah. That destroyed me.
Destroyed me. That's a good show.
Yeah.
I have not watched the spinoff.
I haven't
either. I've thought about it, and I've just never done it.
I like the show all the way to the end, even though it got, we knew how it was going to end. Yeah. It was still super enjoyable.
So this is so reminiscent of the original.
Oh, yeah.
And this kid is great.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Chris right now. He looks so confused.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Honestly, I would just keep fucking driving.
Right?
Yeah.
Why did you get out? Like, why would you do that?
I understand why you'd be a nice person, but they're clearly wearing, like...
Don't leave the car, dude. Oh, God.
Chris has zero filter as well.
I love it.
At least hopefully this kid is going to be okay.
Lumpy? Did someone say Lumpy?
Yeah, he called his kid Lumpy, I think.
Oh, yeah. I missed that. What is this, a Star Wars holiday special?
I wish.
He's Lump. He's Lump. He's Lump. Sorry.
He's Gump. He's Gump. He's Gump.
That's the kid has a shotgun.
There he does.
Or a rifle.
Wow.
We're going to get some good Chris screams in a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God,
I don't think George is going to be okay in this, to be honest with you.
There's a shot in this movie I can't wait to talk about. Involving a window.
Mm-hmm.
That is such great filmmaking.
I can't not look at Chris. Like, I should be watching the movie, but I keep looking over at Chris knowing that he's seen what we're seeing.
I agree. The kid is much smarter than his dad. Like, take the gun!
Right?
The funny thing about Chris,
he
looks terrified, but he's dressed in that onesie.
I know.
The dad took the cannoli. The kid took the gun.
Oh my God!
The cop moved.
I forgot Chris was a little behind us.
Yeah.
He's about 20. He's less than 20.
We always know when to look.
The atmosphere of this shot and the lighting is great.
Yeah.
I find a lot of movies, the scenes at night are too dark, but this gets it just right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. His daddy.
I mean, I get it, kid. Believe me.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You just shot them.
Chris's eyes.
Gonna have an aneurysm.
I think the costume makes it even better.
Yeah.
It really does.
Mr. Peanut is not okay with this situation.
Oh, don't kill the. Oh God.
Oh.
This is the second movie we've watched in a row where the kid dies. Also, shout out to the fact that they're using a Back to the Future 2 pinball machine.
Oh my
Which is
God.
interesting because Michael, like, in the first movie, he clearly isn't after children because he's not like, he doesn't go after to Tommy or Lindsay, really. I mean,
Right.
I have to imagine that all those years in the mental institution just made him snap even
yeah,
worse.
yeah, for sure.
That poor kid.
Will Patton, the great.
Will Patton of the Remember the Titans fame?
Remember the Titans, Armageddon.
Hey kids, you should probably see Remember the Titans.
He's also the
He's questions about Remember the Titans.
It's on
he's
Disney.
also the villain in The Postman,
Yeah, and he's great in The Postman.
and he's in the Mothman Prophecies, which is pretty good.
I'll never. I like that movie.
Punisher.
What am I holding in my hand? Chapstick. Richard Gere.
It's been a long time since I've seen Mothman.
I was
It's been a
scrolling.
long time for me too, and it's on Amazon.
I was gonna say I saw it on a streaming service this week. I almost watched it, but then I didn't.
You know what I rewatched recently that's still good? Section 9.
Oh, that movie's
Section 9 is incredible. That's usually a movie I watch every year. I haven't watched it this year, but it's great. It's super scary,
Yeah.
and it's got a great
the
ending.
way that guy's neck is snapped. Oh.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, yuck.
Chris is stressed out. What happened is the Titans didn't win, clearly. Will Patton let him down.
hey man, he's a Hall of Famer in my book.
I love this. October 31st.
By the way, this is the best comment we've ever received. If you can beat the Shimona and you don't remember the Titans, you're going to have a bad time.
It's true.
I can answer any Remember the Titans question. I'm game for it.
Tim and I do not go a day where we don't hang out, where we do not talk about Remember the Titans.
Let's just say that I've been studying Remember the Titans for no reason in particular.
Yeah.
I like that they got the headstone back in place.
And if you get the hint I'm throwing down, then great. And if not, well, I don't know what to tell you. This guy's his accent and the way he describes things is so eerie, but perfect for a podcaster.
Yeah.
And I love that they use
You
footage.
know who he sounds like? He sounds like Julian Sands.
He does, yes.
Like exactly like Julian Sands. That's what I think of.
Oh my God, my hair looks so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm an embarrassment to everyone.
You are.
I just think of arachnophobia. Him talking about spiders.
Oh, dude, I fucking love arachnophobia.
He's in Ocean's 13, right? Or am I thinking of someone else?
I haven't seen any of the Ocean sequels, so I couldn't tell you. I know he's the Warlock in Warlock.
I haven't seen Warlock in a long time.
Yeah, he is in Ocean's 13.
Yeah, he shows up at the very, very end.
His voice is also very similar to Jim Dale, who does the Harry Potter audiobooks. So Will Patton's the sheriff, and this guy's a marshal. Is that right?
I like to live in a world where I believe this guy's Creighton Duke from Jason Goes to Hell.
Awful movie, but Creighton Duke is one of my favorite Friday the 13th characters.
Yeah,
Like,
he's so
I would
good.
love if they did like a Creighton Duke spin-off or something.
That'd be awesome. Where he just hunts, like, it's not even necessarily Jason related.
No, he just hunts like other supernatural.
He just hunts other weird, like, killers and stuff.
I've been listening to a lot of the Gorley and Russ podcast lately, as Tim Franco knows. I'm almost done with the Friday the 13th series. And when they're I'm on Jason Goes to Hell right now, and them talking about that character makes me laugh because
it's so good.
they're like, that character is great, but he has no place in this movie because he just like, he does random shit that makes no sense to the confines of what's happening.
That whole podcast series is so good, and it's literally my favorite thing ever.
Yeah. If you get a chance, please check it out. Hey, what are you doing? You should just go listen to Gorley and Russ. They're great. They could use a bioexorcist.
Every time you do that, I don't know if I want to hug you or smack you. Can't decide.
Both are applicable, I feel like, in this situation.
Both would be good. Maybe I'll smack you while hugging you.
I do an okay Beetlejuice. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I do a pretty damn good Beetlejuice. I'm not going to do it because I'm not Beetlejuice, but I've taken pride in my Beetlejuice for a long time. I love it.
Wait, Mike K says that apparently Will Patton is in Swamp Thing, the TV series.
Oh,
nice.
I didn't realize that.
I do like Will
on
Patton.
the CW
Yeah.
because COVID. So here comes one of the most brutal things I've ever seen in a slasher.
Oh God, yeah.
It's one of the most brutal scenes I think I've ever seen.
And I love it, but it's brutal as hell. Chris Clark is not prepared.
And it was in the trailer. Like a good chunk of this was in that trailer. They released in its trailer, but it's still very, very successful. And
I mean, gas station bathrooms to begin with are brutal and gross.
Yeah.
I just love Chris. This is straight out of H2O, by the way. Like H2O similarly also has a bathroom sequence.
Yes.
Which people forget about. It doesn't end nearly the same way, but it does also have a bathroom sequence that is in a truck stop.
I hope this is a sex scene.
Is that
well, it's not.
No. I hope
no,
this
it's
is
not.
By the way, if you like Chris Clark's funny quotes, our Twitter and Salad shirt designed by the terrific Jake Yakoveta is available on our TeePublic shop. Go check it out. We also have lots of over shirts. And on Monday, we'll be dropping a Merry Movie Squad shirt.
I think we need an image now with Michael Myers standing in front of.
I can appreciate that.
We need
It's the teeth in this scene that really get me.
We need an image of Michael Myers standing in front of a toilet stall, and it says, "I hope this is a sex scene."
Yeah. And Steven says that's a T-shirt. I don't disagree.
I can from here feel Clark's elevated heart rate.
I mean, Michael Myers might be down for a glory hole. You never know.
Oh, mother of Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's so brutal, dude.
It's
oh
so
my God,
brutal.
It's so much more bloody and brutal than the first movie, but the first movie is still brilliant. But
and the second one looks like it's going to be or third one, I should say, looks insane too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, the third overall in this time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Halloween Kills. We'll call it Halloween
Kills.
Yeah.
I call this one Halloween Returns privately with you guys.
I do love.
That's what it should have been called, is Halloween Returns.
I really love that first teaser they released, where they're in the back of the car and the fire truck is going to the house, and they're like, "Let it burn!"
Oh, the teeth
right here, the teeth. Oh,
here comes Chris.
Oh my
Chris is not ready.
Oh no!
Oh, hey, Patty! Happy Halloween!
What's up, Patty? Happy Halloween! We're happy to see you.
And the music here is so good.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of the best music beats in the movie, I think.
I still someday have to try to see John Carpenter when he goes and does
I would love to see him in concert.
It's like one of my. It's a bucket list thing, man. I got.
Patty loves our costumes. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you.
He plays on Halloween in LA every year, but not this year.
Haddonfield varsity jacket from the movie.
I do love that jacket. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
Look at Chris, you guys. He's reacting as it's happening, and I love it. Michael is insane in this, dude.
I agree.
So I think that's
terrified to crawl across a gas station bathroom floor.
Me too.
And I feel like this Michael is Nick Castle. It feels like, but I'm not sure.
It is, I think.
It's so brutal too.
He's definitely older, and Nick Castle's an older man now.
That's
I remember some people being like, "How could Jason do this?" And I'm like, "He wouldn't." I mean, Michael, excuse me. He wouldn't even be that old.
No.
Because in Halloween,
he's a kid.
He's a kid, and then he's like a teenager. So he would be what, in his 50s,
maybe 60s.
Well, Halloween takes place 20 years later.
I can't even remember.
I don't even think it's that one.
I think it's 20 years.
Look at Chris.
This
it's
isn't
15 or 20 years. Might be 15 years.
This isn't Easter, Michael. Stop cracking eggs.
I'm so glad he was on the solo layout to say
As
that.
Joker says, sometimes you got to crack a couple eggs.
According to the math, he would be 61 here. I love this shot.
Yeah, so
the math, putting it on, it's so great. And I think this is
a great mask.
The best the mask has ever looked.
Yeah, outside of the original.
A lot of the sequel masks are garbage.
Dude, I love H2O, but H2O's is terrible.
Yeah, this looks great. The texture on the face looks
The worst
weathered.
masks is part 5, I think. Part 5 is really bad.
Yeah, so he's
Resurrection's really bad.
Michael is 61 in this movie, and the 61-year-old is still very virile and strong and able to fuck people up.
We were asking, so it's 40 years to the date of the original. The question is how old is Michael?
61. Yeah. He's 61.
61. Yeah. Period. Okay.
Which
I was talking about the
true
time frame from when he killed his sister to the original murder.
Dude, look at Stallone. Stallone is still kicking ass.
Oh, yeah.
Too. Like, come on.
Stephen
Lang.
Yeah, Stephen Lang.
I knew who you were going. Don't Breathe.
Who I still think should have been Cable.
Yes, I agree. I like Josh Brolin in that role. But
I don't like Deadpool 2 at all. I kind of hate that movie.
It
was not Josh Brolin's fault.
It's amazing to me that Once Upon a Deadpool is the best version of that.
I haven't seen it. I'm not interested really.
I think you might like it. In theory, I think it tries and does something different. It's not
a nice house.
Great, but
it is.
I do think it's the best version of Deadpool 2 for what it's worth.
That's fair.
Enough that I own it on Blu-ray.
Off the record, if you had a link that I could watch it with, I would maybe do that.
I got you.
Okay. Your back door is open, Judy.
Oh no.
It's exactly what I was thinking. Here it comes.
Yeah, Chris is not going to be okay. And it's such a small thing.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Chris, I love you.
He's so mad.
I know. Yeah, Maxwell, I'll be able to give it to you, by the way.
Okay, It's a horror film. People are stupid. So I agree with that to a point, but I also think it's been sort of scientifically proven that when an individual is in highly stressful, irregular situations, their ability to critically think and use common sense goes out the window. Because I've been in some situations where I was scared and I just made the dumbest decisions. It's easy to be a backseat quarterback and be like, well, if I was in that situation, but doesn't always work that way.
Son of a bitch. Oh, Chris. Rude daughter, not wrong. Hey, it's Mr. Peanut. That is Mr. Peanut. Reefism, he cannot hear you, by the way. He's watching by himself with us muted, just so you are aware.
Is Margot Campbell your mom?
No. Oh, yeah, Margot Campbell is my mom. What's up?
She likes something on my Facebook, that's all.
Yeah, that would be my mother. She asks about you all the time, by the way, to make sure you're doing well, you and Liz. She's always asking about you guys.
I'd like to meet her someday.
She wants to meet you guys too, very badly. So we'll make it happen.
I met her.
Yeah, you have. She's hung out with you. She loves Tim.
Yeah, she came over and hang out at my house with everyone.
This also, much like the original Halloween, really nails the small town trick or treating Halloween feel.
Yes, and this is one of the greatest wonders of all time, in my opinion.
And the music, this is the shot I was talking about with the window.
Yeah.
Yep, and the music right here.
Amazing. The cinematography and the blocking on this is top notch.
So they brought this scene to Hall H and played this scene at Hall H while I was there. And
I wasn't there, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, it was me and a couple of others that were
also that the tool shed is open with all these.
This scene is a homage to Halloween 2, because in Halloween 2 there's a scene similar to this where he's going from house to house.
Yeah.
But this one is much better.
The shot is incredible.
Oh.
Will she want to meet Maxwell now that she will know that you love him more than her? Yes, she will. Because she also knows that Maxwell has taken care of me more than most people ever in my life. I mean that is because Maxwell loves me.
I like that you don't even see this. It makes it almost scarier.
Yeah, it's
Patty says
terrifying.
she's been spending the day trying to make it
And I
enjoyable.
love how he's
He
like,
just drops the hammer.
yeah,
and
I
picks
love
up-
it. It's like a weapon upgrade. He's like, all right, I don't need the hammer anymore.
Like
I
a
got the
video
knife.
game is like, you only have room for one weapon.
I love this shot right here. The way he plays it and he turns, like the way he looks,
So
just so good.
the first time I saw this, I this is the moment where I was like, okay, I'm either gonna turn on this movie or not. And the fact that he doesn't kill the baby makes me very happy.
Yeah, he doesn't kill the baby, so that's good.
Yeah.
Refism says their first film with Jamie Lee was Trading Places. That was one of my first. I think my first ever, though, that I really remember is True Lies, because True Lies used to get watched in my house a lot.
If I'm being honest, my favorite Jamie Lee Curtis movie other than the Halloweens is the Freaky Friday remake.
I knew you were going to say that.
And she is so fucking good in that movie.
Can I say real quick, too? This movie really uses Michael in the best way that I think that none of the sequels ever got. Like, he's a force of nature in this.
Force of nature, which he should be. That's the myth of Michael Myers.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And look, I like all the Halloween sequels. Halloween is my favorite franchise. Although, recently, Friday has kind of started to eclipse it just because I've, like, really deep dived into Halloween in a way I've never done before. But Michael as a force of nature is just insanely incredible.
So this is the shot that I absolutely love. He's walking up the stairs. He goes in the house.
Brandy says her first was Halloween.
And we just stay on the window.
Mm-hmm. His face.
You see his face in the reflection.
There's that unsettling bit of music they like to use.
Yeah, this shot is great with the with the window reflection. Oh, it's incredible. Yeah. And this is where the scene played up until the scene played out, and then it cut at Hall H. And it's honestly, in my opinion, you guys, I watch a shit ton of horror. Horror is my favorite genre. This is one of the scariest.
To see his shadow in the.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is arguably one of the 5 scariest scenes of all time, but just in the pure, what's happening.
She comes up to the window. It's so, like, the staging of this is amazing.
Yeah. Patty, I can give you the timestamp. We're at 48, 19, 20, 21.
Then just the neck.
Oh my God.
24, 25.
Cut away. Oh, you're dead, girl. Oh my God.
Oh, that would have been so fucking awesome, Brandy, if Jamie had had a cameo in Freaky.
That would have been awesome. Both because she's in horror movies and in Freaky Friday.
Yeah. Okay, I never went to a high school dance that was like this, though.
I did.
With you. But I also didn't go to a lot of high school dances. Do not pity me. That is not a pity pool.
This is like my high school.
I went to 0 high school dances.
I went to like 3. I didn't even go to my prom.
I didn't
went
go to prom
twice.
I went to a lot of middle school dances, but I went to no high school dances.
There's a picture of me in a middle school dance wearing all Hawaiian apparel.
I do remember freshman year of high school, I skipped a dance, and me and 2 friends went and saw The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, good movie!
And I love that movie, and it was a good choice.
I will say that not going to any of my proms is not something I regret. I don't care.
This kid that she's babysitting is incredible, and I hope he's in the next one. Sorry, that's a spoiler. Maybe. Right? Isn't this kid amazing?
Yeah, totally. I think he's one of the best parts of this movie.
I agree. Mike is like, I only went to 4 dances. That's not a lot.
The kids.
Mike.
Excuse me. Love you.
You're going to smoke some weed. She's cute, too.
Reminds me of Emma Stone. No, Jane Levy.
Yeah, 100%.
The voice.
That kid has some sass. He's fucking cool.
He's so funny. I like that this one also has the babysitter element to it.
Oh, no, nothing happens to this kid.
No.
Oh, Chris has a heart of gold after all.
You want to see a fun babysitter element in a fan film to Halloween? Check out the Wingers film, The Shape, that they did a few years ago. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent.
With Grace Hancock.
So, if we're talking that type of stuff too, check out The Shape and also check out both Never Hike Alone and Never Hike in the Snow by Womp Stomp Studios. Excellent Friday the 13th fan films. And I know that Tim is on my side with that. So
Never Hike Alone is incredible.
Yeah. Never Hike in the Snow is really fun. It's not quite as good because it's a very different vibe, but I still love it. Oh, dude, A Fish Called Wanda is excellent.
Never Hike in the Snow is just shorter. I wish it was longer.
I wish it was about 10 minutes longer because right as it ramps up.
I hate this guy. He's such a douchebag. Fuck you.
Yes, he is.
I mean, his dad's a douchebag, so.
It's true.
True.
What a douchebag. Teenagers are awful. Well, actually, humans are awful to humans. And it sucks.
Straight white men. Sorry, guys, but straight white men suck.
As the divorced straight white man. Yeah.
You know.
I got me fucked up. Good job, dude.
I'm eating Ritz crackers.
I love Ritz crackers.
I love Ritz crackers too.
I didn't have dinner yet because I forgot that the stream was at 5, so I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get ready." And then I was like, "Well, I guess for the after hours hang, we're getting cooking with Tim because I'm gonna make dinner."
Cooking with Tim is my favorite, so I'm all about that.
We also got Laundry with Tim recently, which was a spinoff I didn't see coming, but it was like the Frasier of after hours spinoffs.
Yep.
It's not wrong.
Even more intelligent and witty than Cooking.
If you want to have a midday hangout tomorrow, you might get mowing the lawn with Tim.
You know, I really could use mowing the lawn with Tim.
If you want a midday hang tomorrow, you'll probably get voting with Maxwell. Which, by the way, please fucking vote.
Yeah, and also if you're planning on being as stressed out as we are on Tuesday, we got a place for you. It'll be earlier than 6 p.m. PDT at this point, I feel like.
Honestly, this is an understatement, Brandy. He really is a fucking shit boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish that men weren't terrible because it makes dating very hard. Even harder in a COVID world, obviously. But
I love her earring.
Me too. I really hate that man, to quote Dr. Hammond. That's a fair quote, Mike.
I really hate that man.
That is going to scare Chris.
Oh my God.
I love his costume.
Yeah. I like how he says he half-assed it, but it's like, no, that's great, man.
It's really good. I could. I'm actually a pretty good pumpkin carver. I just need a stencil. If I have a stencil, I could do anything.
She is really pretty. I just can't.
PJ's being horny on Maine, y'all. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. I'm drunk. It's fine.
Drink some water, PJ, because you're thirsty.
Woo!
Dude, I had 4 7-Ups and Malibu rums, and I'm out of the Malibu rum at this point, so we're good.
Malibu rum is delicious.
What are you, an 18-year-old girl? Just kidding.
This is the strawberry Malibu rum, by the way, Maxwell.
Oh my God, PJ, you are such a basic bitch.
Goddamn right I am, and I'm okay with that. He's such a basic bitch. He deserves his.
Well, this beer is a 12%er, so I'm taking it a little slow, but it's good.
Your glasses over your eye makeup is really throwing me off.
The glasses over my eye makeup. If I do this, is it better?
No, I like it with the glasses. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just.
It is. I mean, my glasses are very specific to, Tim. Oh, Brandy finished her wine. I am jealous, actually.
I am not engaging in alcohol, but I do have this beauty. So
it's so funny because I remember you hyping up that you were going to be on this drunk. You kept saying for like months.
Yeah, but I didn't expect to have some of the worst nausea I've ever had in my life.
I know. That was not a dig, by the way. That was just me saying I love the way that it played out in the end.
Under normal circumstances, I would be drinking wine right now, but
I'm trying to decide if I should take an edible on top of the fact that I've been drinking.
Don't crossfade until we're off stream.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for keeping me in check, my friend.
If they ever make a biopic about Jack White, that's your guy.
Yeah, 100%.
By the way, if you didn't see his recent SNL performances, watch him. He was incredible, and his Van Halen tribute was dope.
Oh my god.
The way she plays this up is
So convincing.
Yeah. And Chris is gonna jump. You fucking kidding me? I love this kid so much.
Yeah, this actor is awesome.
You fucking kidding me?
Fucking kidding me? Chris, I love you. You're just the best. Yeah, Virginia Gardner, that's her name. She's very talented.
I agree. There are so many, like, basically the whole horror genre is like, if you had listened to the kid, you would have survived.
Yeah. 100%. Brandy's not wrong.
Oh no, this kid is dead. Looks like he's about to sing "Come On, Eileen."
I also love the sheep, which is such a nod to the original.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's so many nods to the original.
I said that earlier, Mike. I'd love to see the kid in Halloween Kills.
This bit of music too is also fucking incredible.
Tim, did you realize, by the way, that she's in The Righteous Gemstones? She's also a lead, apparently, as Carolina Dean in Runaways, the Marvel Runaways, which I never watched.
I never watched.
This girl?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. I think I know who she might be in The Righteous Gemstones. Maybe if she's in it, she's in a very small role.
Yeah, it's a small role. One episode. It said.
There's two people I can think she. Actually, then I think I know who she is exactly.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen the show?
I saw season 1. Is there season 2 yet?
No. I think she's the daughter of the preacher family that Adam Devine has to like help.
Yes,
I think that's who she is.
Funny story. My mom and my sister watched that show, and
Did they like it?
They didn't realize it was supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah.
And once I told them,
it's also pretty.
Once I told them it was like a dark comedy and satire, they were like, "Oh, let's watch it again," and then they really liked it.
This shot of Michael's gonna get him, by the way.
Oh, it's totally gonna get him.
I'm pulling this up for the reaction. I'm gonna be very sad. Did I call it or did I call it? Hey, Chris, you really gotta get with the horror movie thing, man. You're just really, it's obvious with you. Hell, I could scare you. And
This music, the score of this whole movie is amazing.
Oh
Brandy,
no.
Brandy, is Runaways worth watching?
She's
really
dead.
have not seen it. It's 3 seasons. If it's worth watching, I'll check it out. I just never saw it. I loved the comic back in the day.
Slicey dicey.
What's the other X-Men show that was like short-lived on TV? The X-Men show.
Cloak and Dagger.
No,
there was another one.
Cloak and Dagger. It
There was another one my cousin worked on. I don't remember what.
I'll tell you. I can tell you. Singer directed the pilot too. I can tell you.
Oh God.
My cousin's working on.
Jesus Christ.
My cousin's working on Miss Marvel now.
Oh, that show was really good. The Fox one?
Yeah, he worked on that one.
I loved that show. I wish it had lasted longer.
Yeah, he worked on that.
Yeah, The Gifted was real fun.
Okay, so it was good.
Sorry, I had to take my wig off. It was itching the shit out of me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, excuse me.
I can't take the makeup off, and it itches also similarly. So, it doesn't actually itch. I don't know why I said that. Guys, by the way, if you're wearing Halloween costumes tonight, we would love to see them. Tweet them at us, and we'll share them later. If you're wearing Halloween costumes, if you're in the spooky mood, just like us.
Also, John Carpenter scores Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is also incredible. And so is Escape from New
Zero
York.
more days till Halloween, Halloween. 0 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Okay, children, gather around your TV and make sure to tune in at 9 for the big giveaway.
This guy's dead. He's gonna get jumped. He's gonna
This is Chris talking himself into like he's like I'm preparing for it,
I
but it's still gonna get me.
Yep.
You're not gonna get me.
I ate a whole package of Ritz crackers. I'm not ashamed.
You monster. No.
This is the worst. Take it away.
Oh no.
It's awful.
Look at Chris. I could just leave him on solo because I just could watch his reactions.
And what am I even doing here?
I like that. I like that map of the United States in the background. It's cool.
Mike, I would love to do Halloween 3 next year. I think that's absolutely.
Halloween 3 is incredible.
This also is a nice nod to the original when Michael comes in with the sheet towards the end.
Yeah. And Steven, if you send us a picture of you wearing this Gary Movie Squad shirt, I'll still share it later.
Did you guys know Jamie Lee Curtis is also in Halloween 3, but she's uncredited?
Is she really?
Oh, something's gonna pop.
She's the town voice, like the curfew voice. That's everyone. It's curfew. You can tell it's her.
Oh, I never realized that.
Yeah, she's the like this loudspeaker announcement voice that tells everyone it's curfew in Santa Mira.
Oh my god.
I love that he's in the mirror.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Michael!
I see him right there.
Why did my sound go completely off? That was weird.
Patient.
Let's see if Chris.
But maybe the rain
So
is really to blame.
Look at Chris right now, you guys. He's shivering with anticipation.
Oh, that kid on the wall.
Yeah, Max just put that up, Pat.
That kid is dead.
get with the picture, PJ.
Sorry. I'm watching Chris and I'm enjoying the Chris reactions way too much. Laurie, I wonder if the cop thing will scare him or not.
Knife to the neck,
I mean,
and you're to blame. You give her
Is he
a
singing?
bad name.
He's
Is he
singing.
turning this into a song?
He's singing Bon Jovi. Shot to the heart.
You're to blame.
You give
give
love
love
a name.
a bad name.
Lots of
Even though
lights
Bon
are
Jovi had
closed.
so many hits in the 80s, I think It's My Life is actually my favorite Bon Jovi song.
That's fair.
Creighton Duke is on the case.
Oh, they're all dead. I like that sheriff.
Me too.
I like
Lewis
that
wannabe.
sheriff.
I like the dude as the doctor. I think he's very good. I just don't.
I like him a lot as well. I just don't like the choice that happens later on, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It's such a small thing for me. It doesn't bother me that much.
I get it though, from like a psychologist's perspective.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't not make sense. What do you think, Gwen?
You're a Loomis ripoff, dude.
A Loomis ripoff.
But she literally goes, "Oh, you're the new Loomis." So, yep.
Oh, of
the
course.
mustache.
And she literally says you're the new Loomis.
The mustache makes him sus. Oh God, we should play Among Us after this.
It's been a bit since we played. I'd be down.
We can get enough people, yeah.
Oh, is she really? I didn't know she's the voice of the intro in Escape to New York.
Yeah, I knew that as well.
I love Escape from New York. That's one of my. I have a poster for that literally hanging in my living room.
Great movie. They should make a third one.
Did I ever tell you guys that I had that poster's been hanging in my room or my living room, and my dad would see it all the time. So eventually, a couple of months ago, he goes, "So there's this poster for a Kurt Russell movie hanging in your living room that I've never seen. Can we watch it?" And so because that poster had been there, my dad asked to watch Escape from New York for the first time. He had never seen it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I thought that was very cool.
Escape from New York's great. Also featuring Donald Pleasance.
Also featuring the great Donald Pleasance, who may or may not have showed up in the Scary Movie Squad. Who knows?
And Isaac Hayes.
True. Before he went totally crazy and awful.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Harry Dean Stanton's great in it, by the way.
Adrian Barbeau.
Yeah.
This big guy's gonna.
So, guys, I just need to shout this gentleman out. Stephen White, one of our great Patreon producers, is hanging out with us tonight. Look at that picture of him hanging out in his Scary Movie Squad shirt,
Nice.
watching the movie.
Nice.
Look at that. Stephen White, number one, handsome man. Used to work with this man. He's amazing. But thank you for the support, dude. As always, you are incredible.
Speaking of our patrons, huge thanks to our executive producers, Brandy Parker and Ricardo Franco, no relation to Tim, and our Ruby tier producers. Let's see if I can get them all. Brandon Buckingham, Stephen White, Kale the Youth Critic, Ferris Muthana, Michael K., Bedore, and Molly Damon.
All of you. You're awesome. We love all of you so much.
Didn't have time to make a graphic because I wasn't feeling good. I'm sorry about that, but I did make Mando graphics. Did you use the credits, by the way?
We did, and they are excellent. I thought Frank was going to be like, why is my name not in there? I was like, it was done before you were going to be on.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. No idea.
No, you're good. Yeah, the best part is the full screen Chris Clark. I can leave Chris Clark at full screen the entire thing, but now he just looks creepy. Like, he looks like he's going to kill someone.
I mean, he's
Maybe
going to
he
kill
is.
someone with how good his voice is.
That's true. Oh, Brandy, thank you. We love you, Brandy. I
don't
really
like
don't know what we do
Loomis. I
without
don't
you.
like Loomis 2.0.
Well, you're not going to like him even more.
Yeah.
He gives me the vibes.
I got a cat attacking me.
What's his name?
Roxas.
Say that again?
Roxas, after the character in Kingdom Hearts.
The basketball scene in Escape from LA, Kurt Russell really made all of those shots. I fucking love Kurt Russell. Like, Kurt Russell's one of my favorite actors. I don't
Best
even...
performance is in Miracle. End of story.
Kitty.
This
Is her phone still in the pudding? I don't know. That's a good question.
Do you disagree?
I have all Kurt Russell pop vinyls. Oh, they're not behind me right now. I have all three.
I think my favorite Kurt Russell performance is Big Trouble in Little China. Personally, I mean, I'm not saying it's his best, but it's my favorite.
I think his best is Miracle, and I also think he's great in Death Proof.
So his best is
I think
Miracle.
he's really good in Guardians of the Galaxy too, as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So his best is Miracle. I think we can all agree on that. My favorite is actually his Elvis performance in the Elvis John Carpenter film.
The score piece that I love is about to come up.
I thought you were going to say 3,000. Yeah, same. This is my. We have the exact same one, Max. It's this. That's for sure. 100%.
I thought he was going to say 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
I thought too. I thought you were going to say 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
No. I really love that.
Which is a fun movie, honestly.
It is, but I love his Elvis movie. The John Carpenter Elvis movie is severely underappreciated, and I think his performance is fantastic. It's a very young Kurt Russell. It was a 2-part ABC movie. It's on Blu-ray. Shout Factory released it. If you get a chance, check it out. It's excellent. Don't just kiss girls' asshole. That is correct, Brandy. We don't just kiss people. That's not okay. It's all in the reflexes. Nicely done, Refism.
Check is in the mail.
Oh my god. That is not who you.
I knew we would have the same moment, Max. I knew it was going to be the same.
I thought
moment.
it was going to be the same too, but
I think that most of us who love Halloween have the same moment, if we're honest, in this movie.
Well, it's the score in this.
Yeah,
that
the
I
score
think is, like,
specifically.
next level.
Well, that's what I meant. Like, the score moment is so good.
Gwyn or Galfrey. No, Gwyn. Go lay down.
Also, I don't like this dude. Love this whole scene. The lights turning on and off is just
It's
so
so
good.
incredibly well executed.
Just
Yeah.
kill the fucking creeper.
I'm gonna put this up real quick. Because that's going to get Chris, and I don't think he's going to be okay.
There you go. Is it better?
Ah,
You fucking! Oh my god! Oh wait, no. Wait, oh goodness. I'm so sorry. Oh.
Was I right in pulling that up when I did?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then there's that music cue. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, he's dead though. Oh, you're getting impaled or something. Yeah, I knew it. It's
Bum,
like,
bum, 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 bum.
he's a lollipop now.
Here we go. This is the part
Yep,
that
yep.
knocks me out.
Yep.
It's incredible. And then
The first time I
guitar.
watched it, when this music kicked in, I was like, "Oh man, this is what
Yep.
I'm here for."
Well,
Yeah,
and then,
What I'm
yeah,
here
right,
for.
right there.
The guitar.
Yeah.
I wanted something like different, but also incredible, like the original score.
And the way that Michael walks in that moment as the music starts playing is perfect.
This score is amazing. It should have been Oscar nominated.
I 100% agree. Horror movies get shafted by the Academy a lot. This is one of those times. This score is incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't think John Carpenter's ever been nominated for like a score at all.
Yeah, I feel bad for your bitch to your grandma yet. 100%. Right, Brandy? She's a great final girl, by the way. She's so good as like the final girl, horror slasher girl. Like, she really gives a great performance.
She's such a Karen.
Is her name fucking
Karen, put on your mask.
Chris just said, "Is her name fucking Karen?"
Yeah. Can we put that on a shirt? Is her name fucking Karen? It's a good one, too.
I'm a doctor. Lock your doors.
That's the last thing I want to hear.
Listen to your mother, damn it. I don't know why I screamed that.
Stay in the car, doctor.
At least she's safe. Oh God. Why is she wearing a Christmas sweater?
By the way, just in case you forgot, tonight, not for you, PJ, because you're in Arizona, but tonight is daylight saving time. So at 2:00, it becomes 1:00.
I keep forgetting that that's happening tonight.
Oh yeah, you're in Arizona too, Tim. So not for you either.
Mm-mm.
But getting an extra hour on Halloween night is pretty cool.
Oh, 100%. We love the fallback, don't we?
They're always safer in a group in horror films.
Getting Tremors vibes.
Galbraith.
I like how she knows so much about these guns. This is tactical.
I mean, clearly she's not prepared enough.
Clearly. Also, this is totally unrelated, but I love this shirt. Samantha?
Mm-hmm.
Her and that guy from Tremors would be a good couple. Something's up. Oh.
Careful when you're hitting people in masks. You know, that didn't always work out. It might be Ben Tramer.
It's true.
I would love that. Laurie Strode and Sarah Connor fucking shit up.
This was stupid of them to do. They should have gotten her to safety. Oh my God.
So yeah, here's where it comes.
Just shoot.
I am
him.
sad that they killed off Will Patton.
Will Patton deserves to.
But I mean, they are bringing back Sheriff Brackett so they're bringing back Annie's dad, which is cool.
Yeah, really cool.
I mean, I don't know if he's going to be a sheriff still, but they're
Probably
bringing
too
him
old
back.
to be a sheriff.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I'm sure he's
I
retired by
should-
now,
saw
but
this clip.
it's cool they're bringing him back.
Dang.
Because he was in Sheriff Brackett was in I think
Yep.
Halloween 4 or no, I don't know. He came back for one of them.
That's why I don't hate it, because of that line.
Yeah, that's fair.
What did he say? I don't remember.
So this is what it feels like.
Yeah.
I get it.
I love the way that this sequence plays out just because I like her. There's something about cop cars that's already very intimidating, and to have someone stuck in the back is just
Like the scene in Scream 2 is so intense.
yeah, exactly. The mustache
That's when he has to
PJ
climb
stuff, so
over
I
the
believe
body.
that. That's what is that supposed to mean, Brandy? That's just mean. My mustache makes me sush.
If we
What
want to
about
talk about
what about
suspicious
my mustache?
mustaches, how about PLD?
Goddamn right. So there's a lot I'm going to talk about this sequence in particular and the rest of the movie in just a second. I just don't want to spoil anything. I know that Steven's never seen it, so I don't want to spoil it as we move forward. But there's a lot to break down in this sequence in particular.
What?
I love this scene. They're so
I
funny.
want a banh mi. Banh mi's are fucking delicious.
Banh mi's are delicious. I agree.
There's a place right down the street from me that has a really good banh mi.
Banh mi, more like Bon you.
So this sequence in particular reminds me specifically of Scream 4.
Oh yes, with Adam Brody and Anthony Anderson.
Yes. It specifically reminds me of Scream 4.
Also, kind of reminds me of the season 1 finale of The Mandalorian when the two stormtrooper guys are just sort of
Yeah.
like,
And isn't one of those
it's Adam Pally and Jason Sudeikis.
Sudeikis, thank you. Who is currently on the best show on Apple TV.
I believe it's called Ned Rope. Ned Rope, is that right? Yeah.
I'm trying. What is the TV show that Sudeikis is in? Jesus, why am I forgetting?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Thank you. I knew you were playing it up, but I literally couldn't remember for myself.
Ned Rope, Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso's excellent. If you've never seen it. I'm still just not over this, Brandy. That just hurts personally on a deep level.
I hear what you're saying, Mike. I think it's like so contrived and ultra convenient that they were siblings. Because in the first movie, it almost seems random, just like he was stalking a cute young girl.
Right.
But the fact that he wants to come after her because she's like the one that got away makes sense, as opposed to
like he wants to kill his family.
right. Yeah, Among Us is great. I hope that with an update like on Monday, they change it from Halloween to Christmas. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad this character dies.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Chris.
He's so stressed.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I love Michael in this. I just think Michael's such an animal in it.
That was really.
Oh yeah, he's a force of nature. He's the
Um,
boogeyman. No, I know, Mike. I was just explaining why I think it's faulty.
I haven't had a Vietnamese sandwich in a while. I used to love going to Lee's sandwich. Lee's, was it Lee's? That was in Anaheim and the Orange County area. I used to go there a ton when I lived there. Obviously, you know that because you and I used to hang out all the time.
There's a place like a half a block from me called Num Pang that has great Asian sandwiches.
I remember that. I ate there at least once, I think.
Yeah, there's a really good Vietnamese place right down the street from me called Bean Street Food.
It's Michael Myers. Did you work with Steven at Disney?
Uh-huh. He and I worked together for...
I was figured that's why he knew Lee's as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve and I worked together at Disney. We used to also go to... There's a pizza place across the street from the parks that was really good. And I'm trying to remember the name off the top of my head, and I can't remember.
Is it the one on Harbor and Catella on the corner?
Yeah, it's in one of the hotels on the bottom. I'm trying
Oh, it's in a hotel.
Oh, I know.
The pizza press.
Yeah,
Pizza
press.
Press?
Yes, that. And there's one also in Old Orange because it's a chain now, but like there's a really good one there. Yeah, the old days. Steven, you and I loved hanging out with you, dude.
There's a really good one of my favorite pizzas I can get is from a pizza food truck that hangs out in like Orange and Anaheim, and it's called the Hobo Pizza Company, and they make freaking great pizza. So good.
Mannequin pieces are so scary.
Which ones?
The mannequins.
Yeah.
Oh wait, really, Steven? They moved it to close. Okay, so this is like inside baseball talk. They moved it closer to Pumbaa. That is weird, but okay.
I love Disneyland and Anaheim.
I loved working. I'll say this: if you ever, and I mean, this is for anyone watching back at this point, because I'm sure everyone in here has either moved on with their lives or whatever. But if you ever get a chance to work for Disney, it is very cool to work for Disney at the theme park level in any capacity. I had the best time working there. I met some of the best people. I'm very lucky.
Ellie worked at Disney World and the Disney Store.
Yeah. I liked working for Disney, man. I thought it was a really cool time.
Bless you.
Thank you.
But
I know
that makes sense.
That hat also kind of makes him look like the Penguin.
Bigger place. That makes sense. Yeah, it really does. I keep thinking he's dressed as Penguin tonight, to be honest with you. Bless you. Oh, sorry, I keep pulling back up. Sorry. You and I.
I'm in New York, New York.
Tucson, Arizona.
I'm also in Tucson, Arizona.
And Chris is in Pennsylvania. I cannot remember the name of the city.
Yeah.
Levittown.
There you go.
And I lived in Los Angeles and Burbank for a long time. I lived in Anaheim before I lived in Burbank, and I'm from Sacramento originally. So I was California born and raised. I was like 4th or 5th generation Californian, and I moved to Arizona to be closer to my family. And it's also cheaper. And I like it down here.
In the head.
That's so great. You can get that. They have that mask
That's
that you
true.
can get from.
The fact that the flashlight so his like eye holes are glowing is so great.
Yeah,
they have a really cool mask of that. The same company that makes all the Halloween masks that you can still buy.
That's a really cool effect.
Michael looks so good in this, you guys. I can't get over it. Brandy, I love that you lived in so many different places. But seriously though, like I've lived in a few places. I've had a good time, and I loved working at Disney. We didn't make a lot of money, but I loved the people I worked with. I loved the adventures I had. It's very worth it. What I'm gonna say though, originally this third act was very different because the doctor was supposed to kill Michael and put the mask on and become Michael for the original third act.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm very glad that didn't happen because I think it would have been a much different third act, because the idea being that he put the mask on and he had studied him so much that he had become as crazy.
I think that would work in like a fan film or something, but I'm glad for it. You know, I think it would have. I don't know. I wouldn't have liked that.
No,
I don't think any of us would have, and I think that's why they got rid of it, because I think that it would have really killed the film in a not good way.
I don't think it would have been as much of a success, or we'd be getting 2 sequels. Oh,
yeah. Chris is going to jump right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Ah! You. Okay. I saw you coming. I'm gonna beat. Oh, she's getting her head beat in. Damn. She's dead. No.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked that had they gone that route. Thank God they didn't.
Woo!
Shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the fucking finger.
Guys, you're both. So Brandy's lived in 11 states. Steven's lived in 3. I've lived in 2. So you're both doing better than I am.
Looks like there's about to be a rock concert.
This is such a great shot too.
It really is.
I've lived in four states. Are you a military kid, Brandy?
She is. She said that in yesterday's stream or the stream before.
Oh, the AMA maybe.
Yeah, maybe it was the AMA. She said.
By the way, if you want to be a part of our next AMA, join our Patreon. By all accounts, everyone loved it.
Dude, we did a 3-hour AMA, you guys. I really recommend if you get a chance, join the Patreon.
The only bad part, and I'm still pissed about it, is for some reason Brandon and Hannah decided to come on, which is like, what the fuck?
I can't believe that dude fucking crashed our stream.
I mean, you gave him the link, you douche.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think he hacked us.
Thank you, Brandy.
Oh, Brandy, you're the best. Yeah, I think Brandon hacked ours. He's very good at being shady like that.
I like that she takes agency, and she's like, I'm going to fuck you up, Michael.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so I don't necessarily love the retconning of the siblingness of this, which is fine. I can live with it, and it's all good. But, dude, the way she takes on Michael, I love that it's a reversal of their roles in the original. She's now hunting Michael in the way that Michael was hunting them. I mean...
The man is a hack.
Touche. He is a hacker. I love how this also nods to the closet scene in the original.
Yeah.
There's just so many perfect callbacks in this movie, man. And I like that her house is legit built to take on Michael. Like, she lives in a place where she knew that no matter what, she would be able to get Michael.
That's like, she didn't just build a room. I love the way she can lock the doors when she knows.
She does so much.
Excuse me. It's very clever.
She lived through some shit, right? And she's used that to learn. Again, I don't necessarily love the dynamic of taking away the sibling thing just because I think that inherently... Well, and I do, yeah. And I get it too. But I also think that inherently the sibling dynamic...
I also like how they mentioned it earlier in the movie, how like, no, that was just a rumor.
Yeah. And what a perfect way to be like, we're not going to discount what happened, by the way. But, you know... It's just one of those things, and I love all Halloween, period, so no complaints from me.
I just prefer it because it doesn't give Michael a reason to why he chose Laurie.
The randomness is scary.
He chose Laurie because she was the one he chose in the first film, and
totally fair. My only thing is then he went right back after her again, and again,
because she's the one that got away.
Yeah,
sure. And that's fair.
One-track mind. He got to kill everyone else he wanted to. Laurie got away.
And now he's back.
Now he's back to finish what he started. I think it's smart and it works.
He's
It's
a simple.
poetic.
He's a simple
It's
man.
poetic. It's absolutely poetic. And again,
Spent 40 years locked up with one thing on his mind. Go back and
kill Laurie.
Yeah.
And I love it. Again, this is not me complaining.
No.
So
We're
don't
just
take
having-
it that way.
We're just having a conversation.
Yep, totally. I just want the chat to know I'm not complaining because I love this movie. Clearly,
I agree. Woods Full of Mannequins is creepy as fuck.
Laurie knew what she was doing, man. Laurie 100% knew.
My God, something's gonna jump out at me.
Reef
I know it.
said that they lived in Altenda and then grew up in Los Angeles and Alhambra. That's awesome, man.
Oh.
Mannequins are so fucking creepy.
If he were to kill her, would he die like Harry Potter? That's a great question.
Oh no.
Chris is let's see. Will the body scare Chris?
Oh my God.
The body got him a little bit.
Oh, put it back up.
Put it back up again. All right.
Okay, you can take it off now.
Who was that?
That
That was
was
the husband, Chris.
That was the funny husband, unfortunately.
yeah, I love him. I love Tobias. Again, if you haven't watched *Halt and Catch Fire*, gets my highest.
They
recommendation.
really play up the closet thing in this, by the way. In
I
the
love
right
it.
way.
This
Yeah.
scene is one of the scariest in the movies.
Oh my God.
Next year, assuming everything's back to normal, we have to go to Horror Nights with Chris,
Oh, 100%.
and he has to go first, so he'll scream, and then we'll know the scares are coming.
Oh no.
I know he'd do it because he loves being scared.
Yeah, he does. He 100% does. We're pulling this up again because we know he's about to scream again, right?
Oh my God.
That one was like primal almost.
It really was.
Grr, get her. Get him.
Oh yeah, I forgot SNL's on tonight with John Mulaney
Oh, yeah, that is tonight.
and the Strokes, who I love.
He looks a lot like William Shatner.
The mask is William Shatner mask originally. It was a Captain.
Yeah, it's
Captain
Captain Kirk mask.
Chris is my favorite because he comes on these to much to our chagrin, but he doesn't do the research. He has no
Yeah,
idea.
the pillow is doing a better job today.
It's still fucking useless, though. Let's be real. This shot right here, Michael, and the shot down to the ground is a nod to the original. And I
Oh yeah,
love
there's
it.
so many clever reversals of shit from the first one.
I have to pee real bad, guys, and I know this is like the end of the movie, but I'll be right back.
That's totally from the end of the first movie.
Well, now that he's gone, yeah, he shoots all his movies in Philly, especially. That's where he's from, and he loves to like help the economy of the state and stuff.
Represent the area.
I lived there. I lived in Philadelphia for 5 years.
My cousin worked for M. Night Shyamalan. She ran his family foundation.
I was on set of one of his movies for a couple days back in film school.
Nice.
Just like the slow thump of the music and the breathing.
Yeah, the breathing's always great. Classic.
How did he fucking know? Did they leave the switch upstairs?
The music here is pretty great too. Oh, because it's the same track. That's why.
Mhm. The same little riff.
Wow.
Is that a kiss?
She's got her own gun.
I hope Judy Greer gets to fuck some shit up in the next one.
Did you guys talk about the M. Night
Yeah,
Shyamalan?
we did.
Cool. I love this guitar riff again.
Oh yeah, it's so great.
So good. And here's the thing. I like Judy Greer in this because I think she brings the same teenage, the primal teenage feeling of not being aware of what you think.
I love that. Gotcha.
Yep.
Love it.
Yes.
So awesome.
Happy Halloween, Michael, is one of the greatest.
And the way she's like almost in silhouette, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
So good. Frying pan his ass. There you go. In the face. In the face. Boom.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire, baby. Boom.
I agree. Judy Greer is excellent in this movie. I think the fact that David Gordon Green was such an accomplished indie filmmaker allowed him to get some really great performances out of these actors.
Well, I think that indie filmmakers, they're always chosen for a reason, right? Especially on big studio projects. This is one of the ones where they rightfully were like, scale it back, let you do the thing you do good, really well, and make that movie great.
Yeah.
Instead of forcing an indie director on a big budget and then forcing yourselves on them.
Close the door.
Yep.
And again, Gordon Green and Danny McBride are clearly huge fans of this.
I mean, clearly that is not a lot of preparation to make that spike gate. Come on, I mean,
right.
I mean, the preparation she's put into this entire house is remarkable.
Agreed, Mike. Judy Greer is just so good.
It's crazy. I don't understand how someone could have that hang up with the movie.
Of any criticism you can have, that
It's
one
pretty clearly that she prepared. I mean, look at her fucking house.
The way he's just staring, tilts his head a little bit. Oh.
If you want to give that person crap, you can all act Ben Goddard.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me that he would have a bad take. Oh, don't tell him I said that.
I love Ben. I like to give him crap.
No, he's a good dude, but this is incredible.
Tim and I just played Among Us with him not too long
I
ago.
love the 3 generations of Strode women staring down at Michael as he burns the place, and then the music kicks in.
Can we talk about real quick too that teaser showing a burnt Michael looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, I cannot wait for the sequel. I know it's supposed to come out this year. I'll wait another year. It'll be fine.
I was hoping they were going to announce at Blumfest that it was coming this weekend as a surprise VOD.
I want to see it in theaters.
I do too, but I was just hoping at the same time because, you know, Michael Myers, I'll watch everything, you know.
Ralph Ray.
I mean, Blumhouse has released a lot of content this year already.
I know.
And they have Freaky coming. I don't know.
Is Freaky out?
No, Freaky comes out Friday the 13th in theaters.
Oh, okay.
Come Play came out this weekend in theaters that are open.
The thing I like about this ending too is that as far as Halloween movies go, it feels final-esque. Yet at the same time, you're waiting for the next shoe to drop.
Like theoretically, if this was it would work. But then there's that one shot at the end with her, the young daughter with the knife.
Yeah.
He easily got out of there.
Did he, Chris? Did he get out? But she has the knife now. And then it just cuts to it being Halloween, and I love it for that.
So good.
Man, this movie's still so good. And dedicated to Mustafa, by the way, who kept the franchise alive for so long.
Yep.
In his own special way. Wow, man. Like Halloween 2018, still one of the best slasher flicks of the last decade. had fun revisiting on Halloween night with my favorite people. I'm going to go ahead and start with Tim. Tim, what did you think as we looked back on Halloween 2018?
This movie's, I mean, it's great. It's probably is my favorite sequel, actually, now that I think about it after watching it again. Music's incredible. They brought back John Carpenter in like a producing role, and then also with the music is absolutely the right decision. There's so many like moments that like pay homage to the original film. It's brutal, which is like something that you want, and yeah, it's great. I love it, and I can't wait for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
Yeah, I do think it's easily one of the best sequels in the franchise, like bar none. It's not really a contest because I think some of the sequels clearly lack in departments that this movie does not. This is clearly the most well made since the original.
Yeah.
I still love H2O, but I think that this and H2O go hand to hand in very different ways, and it works for me. Maxwell, I want to talk to you. What were your thoughts now that we did it?
Yeah, I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Halloween sequels, if not my favorite, other than the original. I agree completely that it is distinctly the quality of the filmmaking is the best since the original. It's gruesome, it's scary. The score is incredible. I love all the performances, especially Jamie and Judy Greer. And I am super excited for Halloween Ends, and I love that. It's made by people you wouldn't expect to make a Halloween movie, but with such reverence, and John Carpenter is totally on board with it. It's just awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I just think it's so good, man. Like everything about it just hits right. It's the sequel we waited for a long time, and again, I'm a huge fan of H2O. But
yeah, I love H2O. Also, I watch H2O almost.
Yeah,
every year.
I love H2O and Halloween 4.
I mean, and I love Halloween 4 too, which is why of all the shirts I ordered from Fright Rags, again, guys, if you're not checking Fright Rags, please check Fright Rags and Happy Colors.
It doesn't bother me when long-running franchises retcon other ones because it doesn't erase the movies from existence.
It's the same thing with like remakes. I mean, it's the same argument. Like remakes, it's like you still have the original, and you might get a really great film. So who cares?
Yeah, I agree.
So definitely love this film.
PJ, did we get a Streamlabs by chance?
I was going to do that right after I talked to Chris because I got.
Oh, okay. No worries.
But I want to talk to Chris real quick before we do that. Chris, you'd never seen Halloween 2018. What were your thoughts now, man? I know that this is like the first time you've seen it. You love Halloween 2 originally, and you like some of what Halloween is. Did this work for you?
It was fun. It was a fun slasher. I don't have the experience of the other movies to really kind of like see how well this writes them out or whatever, but I did feel like I didn't understand why Halloween 2 had to be retconned because I didn't see where it was retconned in the film. Is it retconned in the film?
Yes, because
really the only major thing is that they're not related.
Okay, that's the thing.
Because in the original Halloween, it doesn't mention it, and then it's the
they
second
made them related in the second film because they go and find the records.
Right.
The one big plot hole for me is at the end of the first Halloween, his body disappears, and then he miraculously winds up in the.
I mean, I think it's just assumed that he was found.
I'll say this, and I don't want to give much of a tip of a hat of what I know about the next movie. But I know the next movie deals with it directly.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Okay.
I would probably, I mean, of all the movies coming out next year, it'd be in my top 5 most anticipated.
How many of those people return for the next one?
All of them, and they're bringing back lots of original characters from the first Halloween movie.
Can I also
Sheriff Brackett, Lonnie Elam,
Tommy?
There's a Deputy Graham who is probably Devin Graham, who's mentioned in the first film. They're bringing back Tommy and Lindsay.
Also, Donald Pleasance.
Marion Chambers, the nurse.
And Donald Pleasance is supposedly in it, probably using CGI.
Oh, Grand Moff Tarkin kind of thing? Cool.
Yeah. From what I understand, Donald Pleasance has a cameo.
What's up, Kale?
Happy Halloween. Is he alive still, or like a flashback cameo?
It's apparent. So,
it's got to be he's gotta be dead, right? Because I mean, they kind of refer to him as being gone in this one.
From what I understand, and again, don't quote me because things change from test screening to what I'm talking to you guys about, and I never saw it, so this is just me. From what I understand, is apparently Halloween Kills deals with them catching Michael at the end of the first. It's a flashback, and Pleasance is a part of it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because you probably need that flashback to get like context for the people that are coming back. Because it's probably just going to be like for a new viewer, going to be like, who the hell are these people? But yeah, you probably need that. So
I know that that's something that I've heard through the grapevine, if you will. We'll see how that turns out. But
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna watch that new teaser they just put out for Halloween Kills right now.
Well, real quick before we do that, though, I'd love to talk about. We got 3 Streamlabs donations. The first from Stephen White, who tipped us $5. Said, "Always tip your strippers." So that was to Maxwell stripping earlier.
I take off my shirt, and I'm wearing a Crystal Lake Camp Counselor shirt because I used to work there. I was a cook.
Damn right, Pamela.
So after Trick or Treat, Mike K sent us a $10 donation who said, for a first time watch, Trick or Treat was a delightful little horror anthology. I love how seamless the film transitions into each different story, even ending the same way it begins. Thank you guys for introducing me to this cult classic. Mike, you are so fucking welcome. And we're glad you enjoyed it as much as we did. I think the movie is just so excellent. And I'm happy to have introduced it to people who have never seen it. I know Maxwell feels very similar. We just love this movie so much, and Tim as well. And then Mike donated again, another $10, said, "I'm sad that I have to wait another year to see Halloween Kills, but I had a great time revisiting this movie tonight with all of you." And Mike, we loved watching it with you.
Any word on the production of Halloween Ends?
From what I understand, as I choke on popcorn, some of it shot. And some of it is waiting to be finished.
I know. Paul Russ and Matt Gorley want to have a cameo in one of the films, and I wish that they would let them be in it. It would be great.
When the sun sets and someone is alone.
About this. Look at Michael, man.
He kills.
And the mask, and he's burned like
that part right there is so good.
Yeah. And that shot right there.
Yeah, it's a homage to the first movie too.
Yeah.
It looks like they're gonna take some.
That was Tommy Doyle with the bat.
Yeah, I love that shot of seeing Anthony Michael Hall with the bat. It's so cool.
So I know a little bit about Halloween Kills. What I do know is that it deals with how Haddonfield
deals with Michael Myers, right?
It deals with the idea of how to. Yes, thank you, Tim. How does Haddonfield deal with the return of Michael in a way that we've never seen before?
Interesting.
So, it's dealing with the town's own trauma in a way that we've never seen.
Excited.
So
they have their trauma from that. Okay, that's cool.
So I'm very excited. I think it looks very, very cool. M Coast says Peanut looks like he smoked too much H.
Who's M Coast?
I don't know, but apparently that's about Chris. Chris, do you know who M Coast is, and have you been smoking too much H?
What's H?
What's H? Is that heroin?
Probably.
I just remember this in season 3 of Stranger Things. There's a fun little Easter egg that's a homage to the Halloween movies, and so the Hawkins Hospital is Hawkins Memorial, and it has the exact same logo as Haddonfield Memorial from Halloween 2.
Oh, that's awesome! Cool. I didn't know that.
I love Stranger Things. I can't wait for the next season.
Yeah, I have a great Stranger Things shirt from the Great Fright Rags. That is it's actually a Day of the Dead shirt that is an homage to also Stranger Things because it's got the Star Court.
The Demogorgon beer from Bottle Logic is going to be coming out pretty soon again.
They should have released Halloween Kills as kind of like a VOD thing.
Yeah. Well, guys, we did it. We did the Scary Movie Squad, didn't we? We made it all the way through.
But it doesn't mean it has to end.
It does not mean it has to end. Hey, Max, what do we have coming up? Do we have some scary movies in the upcoming Christmas stuff?
Kinda, yeah. So tomorrow we're doing the Sunday evening unwind, the show about whatever. We're gonna hang out and talk about a lot of nonsense. It's gonna be real fun.
I think we should talk about Sean Connery tomorrow too.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Then Monday is the start of Merry Movie Squad, and I think it's the perfect bridge movie between Scary Movie Squad and Merry Movie Squad, and also especially since we watched 2 Tim Burton movies this week, it's Batman Returns. Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito, so good. And let's take a quick look at Merry Movie Squad. Batman Returns, Die Hard, Nightmare Before Christmas, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, The Night Before, a double feature of Trading Places and Coming to America, Elf, The Holiday, a quadruple feature of the Rugrats Hanukkah Special, The Grinch, Rudolph, and Charlie Brown, then Scrooge, then Scrooged, then The Muppet Christmas Carol,
We
then
really fucked up having 3 Scrooge things in a row.
Yeah. Then Rare Exports, then Christmas Vacation, then a double feature of Gremlins and Krampus, which is directed by Mike Dougherty, who also did Trick or Treat. Then Miracle on 34th Street, then It's a Wonderful Life, all concluding with a January 1st double feature of Home Alone and Home Alone 2. And if you look at the bottom right,
Yeah, it does.
it's a little pink music note, and then you look up at the schedule, there are certain films in which there will be a corresponding Suddenly soundtracks.
Yeah.
That's Nightmare Before Christmas, Scrooge, and Muppet Christmas Carol. I'm going to be on Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about it. That's going to be great.
Yep. And Scrooge has a very
real-
special thing we're going to announce soon. So
You guys
Yeah,
want to know
Randy-
something crazy? You want to know
Really
something crazy?
Brandy says, thank you all for Scary Movie Squad. This has been great, and I'm
Aw.
glad I could participate. Brandy, we were happy to have you. Like, thank you for being here. Sincerely, to everyone who tuned in real quick. Like, I'll let Tim go, but every one of you who showed up for every Scary Movie Squad, for every watch-along, for every Suddenly soundtrack, for every Front Center Mezzanine, we can't do this without you guys. Sincerely, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. Like, you're the reason we're here on fucking Halloween night hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much. I love you all. You're the best.
what were you saying, Tim?
So you want to know something crazy? There's a movie in this lineup that I haven't seen.
Oh,
Actually, there's a few, but no, I think there's only 2. But there's a very big one that I haven't seen. I have never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
oh, wow.
Oh, shit, really?
Wow. All right, and that's on the 24th.
Well,
That's good
and
for you.
I'll say one thing. The 24th, because that is Christmas Eve, we are going to pre-record that because we want everyone to be able to go hang out with their families and stuff on Christmas Eve. And so there will be a tiny bit of pre-record as far as that.
Maybe
stuff
I'll
goes.
go live Christmas Eve because I'm Jewish.
I mean, I'll be there with you most likely.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
also-
I don't have any plans as of right now, but
So we
No,
could
we
just
could
do it.
pre-record the watch along, but then maybe after I'll pop in. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'll say one thing too. Well, actually, you know what? We already announced it during the Q&A, but you guys might as well know. New Year's Eve, there's a bunch of stuff going on. There's 2 watch-alongs on New Year's Eve that I'm very excited about. We're going to be doing Sleepless in Seattle, and we're going to be doing one of my favorite films of all time, When Harry Met Sally, and I can't wait. The New Year's Eve special, Chris, what else do we got going on?
We're gonna wait until I want to properly announce that with a graphic, so I don't want to spoil too
All
much
right.
that's going on yet because there's a lot there, and I
I
want to
can
be
be
cool.
vague.
Yeah.
If you like trivia, maybe there'll be some
Yeah,
trivia.
yeah.
If you like games, maybe there'll be some
I
games.
have a whole reveal.
If you like baby carrots, maybe there will be some baby carrots.
There's some baby
So,
carrots
there's a-
sprinkled throughout
there's-
all of this, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a big guest, and I mean big. Like there's really some good guests. So just be sure to check it out.
I'm glad COVID canceled literally all of our plans, Steven. I get it. Don't worry.
So Tuesday is election night. We're doing the PJCN safe space. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna chat. We're gonna play games. We may start earlier than this time. Who knows? We'll keep a little eye on the election results, but we literally want it to be a safe space to just hang out together, be supportive, see what happens.
Yep.
And then, of course, Wednesday is the charity stream.
Yeah, for Suddenly Soundtracks is the first part of the charity stream. We're going to be doing it for Extra Life. It's going to be on Sully's Twitch, and it's going to be here on the YouTube channel with Some Call Me Johnny and his crew. I've been friends with them for years. We're going to be raising money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, so there'll be links and everything for you to donate if you can and just come out and support. It's going to be a Survivor Island with video game soundtracks.
Yeah.
And then,
And I was just going to say, Sully will be representing our channel, but
Yeah.
all of us in the channel gave input, so his list is sort of representative of all of our opinions.
Johnny's crew is probably going to do most of the talking with me, mostly because Sully was really adamant that I hosted it because he has the audience on Twitch, and we can because we're going to be streaming on Johnny's channel, but it's going to be that Saturday for the Pac-Man Fever stream, so. I wanted to give Sully at least a little bit more momentum with his audience and maybe get him some extra subscribers.
Will
as
it be
well
on
as well.
YouTube or just Sully's Twitch?
It will be on YouTube and Twitch. So will the November 7th stream for Pac-Man, which
But
is
not the PJCN Twitch, Sully's Twitch.
Sully's Twitch. Yeah,
Great.
Because Sully's the one that's already affiliated, and I feel
Sure.
like getting his Twitch and he's going to be on it. I felt like it was more appropriate to get him more notice.
Yeah, if you don't already, go and become a subscriber
Yeah.
of Sully's Twitch.
Sully's
Yep,
a great
agreed.
streamer, and he's basically a part of the PJ Gamble Network, so his
Basi-
Twitch is kind
no,
of
he
affiliated.
100% is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So yeah.
If you didn't watch it earlier today, and again, I'm so sorry I missed it, our new show, the PJCN Water Cooler Chat Mandalorian Edition, will be doing that every Saturday after the new episode airs to talk about it. I know Frank Janis joins today. It was an hour and a half of Star Warsy goodness. Here's the link for Sully's Twitch. Thank you, Brandy.
Yes, thanks, Brandy.
Twitch.tv/SonSully. With Water Cooler Chat next year, there may be some other shows we're going to be talking about. I, for one, would love to do Nancy Drew, if anyone else watches that and would like to join me.
Yep,
you guys can even do older shows and go through older stuff too.
There's a reason why we didn't call it the Mandalorian Watchalong. It's the PJCN Water Cooler Chat Mandalorian Edition, and that suggests there can be a multitudinous other editions.
Yep.
We have a Patreon. If you don't already support us, please check it out. We did an exclusive AMA stream just this past week. If you didn't join us live and you're a patron, you can go check it out. The link is still there. And thank you all so much for the support.
I can't believe we did a 3-hour Q&A, by the way. Like, that's how awesome you guys are in our patron. Like, you guys got us talking for 3 hours about literally anything. Literally anything.
So, Chris, where can everyone find... Oh, and the Twitter and Salad shirt is now up on TeePublic.
Yeah.
Designed by the great Jake Iacovetta. We're splitting all the proceeds with him, so if you want to get that. And on Monday, we'll be launching our Merry Movie Squad shirt if you're going to want to get one of those, and I think you will.
Cool, yeah.
Look at this. Join us. And then the Brandy's putting it in there.
Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Mike.
As always, you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean nothing. And be sure to check out, as I said, Wednesday for Suddenly Soundtracks for the Children's Hospital Philadelphia. And Saturday, I am going to be a part of a 24-hour stream for the Children's Hospital Philadelphia on Johnny's Twitch.
Yeah.
So that's why we're not streaming out on Johnny's Twitch on Wednesday, just so that we can get some more love for other Twitch
Yeah,
streamers.
and speaking of 24-hour streams, as I'm sure you all know, on November 14th and 15th, we're doing the Smash-a-thon for Kevin Smets. So many different members of the community, Call to Action, Cinefanatics, Let's Get Ready to Schmodown, and more. I'm not remembering right now are all going to be part of it. You're going to see some of us. I know PJ and I are definitely going to be on there. I'm hosting some stuff on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Smash Cancer. That's going to be quite a day. It's going to be a lot of different... it's really nice because it's like the whole community coming together, all in support of Kevin Smets.
Yeah. It's a great month of like everybody coming together and doing stuff for charities and Smets.
I just want to say, like, I was talking to Kevin yesterday, and I've never seen someone with everything going on who is still in the highest of spirits in the right way. Like, the dude was so excited over the Mandalorian and some of the stuff he saw in the episode. Like, we were talking about it on the watch along today. Like, for everything going on, I was happy to see his spirit still remains, and I love it so much. Yeah. Kevin, we love you. You know that we love you. Thank you so much, dude. We will always be here for you. You've taken care of us. We will take care of you. That's just how it works.
And speaking of Kevin, as I alluded to, on December 1st and 2nd, his favorite musical of all time, at least Christmas musical, he told me and Kristen, was a film called Scrooge, and it's one of my favorites. And I decided to add that to the Christmas playlist for us, just because. And Kevin's gonna hopefully be on the episode too. He really wanted to be on, so I can't wait to have him on Suddenly Soundtrack. So be sure to check that out.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
his strength of character, I think, is something
I didn't even ask him. He just said, "I want to be on that still," and it was really good. Yeah,
really incredible, man.
Yeah.
Tim, before you stab yourself or anyone else, where can everyone find you on the internet?
You can find me stalking Crystal Lake, cooking up some mean victuals in the kitchen, and slashing the throats of young, promiscuous teenagers in upstate New York. No, you can find me on Twitter at tfranco84. The numbers mean something. It's my birth year.
Yeah.
No,
I had no problem. Did anyone else have issues watching Mando?
Nope. Watched it easily.
I watched it today, and it was no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, no problem at all. PJ?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at PJ_Campbell. You can find me hanging out here, which feels weird to say because Scary Movie Squad's fucking over. I can't believe it. And yet we did it. Thank you guys again for all your continued support. I can't tell you how much Scary Movie Squad means to me, and Maxwell and Tim and Chris. Like, I love scary movies, and I don't think they get enough love. If you're a Movie Trivia Showdown fan, you clearly see that, like, there's people who still don't think that scary movies deserve even its own division and or more exhibitions and stuff. I don't agree. Scary movies have so much to offer, and we delved into so many over the last 2 months. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for all of our Patreons. Thank you for all of you who has showed up. I love all of you so much.
Oh, the trading card.
Yeah, without you guys, I don't know what we would do. And maybe we'll release those trading cards to you guys later. I think that it's something we could look into doing. But, like, Scary Movie Squad means the world to me. It meant something to all of us here. It is something that I can't wait to do year in and year out. All the scary all the time, as Brandy Parker says. You're not wrong. I love all of you.
I'm proud of the Scary Movie Squad hashtag. I really like how it flows, and I can't wait. We're gonna probably have Scary Movie Squad whenever, because we could watch a scary movie at some point off brand in October. So the Scary Movie Squad.
Pal, you're not wrong. And if you need a bioexorcist,
I would argue that scary movies are more on brand than off brand.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. I mean, half of our Christmas movies are scary.
I love scary movies all the time because we need a bioexorcist, and
the couple that I probably am going to brand Merry Movie Squad, but I have an alternate logo that looks like the scary movie. Yeah, so.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yes, happy Halloween.
Love you so much. You can find me on Twitter at Cinemaxwell, Instagram at Cinemaxwell Inc. Tomorrow night, again, the Unwind. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. And for one final time, at least for now, I am going to roll the Scary Movie Squad credits, edited and put together by the brilliant Chris Clark. We love you.
This kind of looks like Georgie now from It.
Yeah, I do.
And please vote.
Vote.
It's showtime.